straight up responses though.
Yes, it was. It definitely was responding to you because it was clanking just like you were.
With the crown glides silent in the dark night, jumps through the veil, transforms wings in flight. Moonlight whispers secrets, bats echo trace, mysteries unravel, hidden worlds to embrace. She speaks to the spirits, in the shadows she roams. Crown fox in the night, making the unknown her home. Glimmering lights, stars in her traveling fields, solving mysteries. She always stays unfazed. The unseen beyond the mortal frame, in the spectral realm, she's carving her name. Eclipsing shadows, searching whispers in the wind. Ancient tales of old, with the spirit she's pinned. She speaks to the spirits, in the shadows she roams. Crown fox in the night, making the unknown her home. Glimmering lights, stars in her gaze. Traveling fields, solving mysteries. She always stays unfazed. Ethereal detective, in the twilight she dives. Swirling, whirling mists, witty unseen drives. Her wit is sharp as diamonds, cutting through the fog in moonlit threads and shadows. Her story scrawls along. She speaks to the spirits, in the shadows she roams. Crown fox in the night, making the unknown her home. Glimmering lights, stars in her
So? Yes, it is. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Sup, JMK? Sup, Kaiju? I don't think it does. It does and it doesn't. Anyone else? You could talk toys. Legend is coming in soon. Hey. Bye.
Hello.
Hi.
I just made you the main.
No, do it side by side so that everyone can see my new. There we go.
All right.
My Dogman. It did. My thumbs definitely did. Hi, Alpha. Who else? Anyone else I miss? Nice. Oh yeah, I was dying laughing too. Do I have audio? Because JMK just said I did not.
Yeah. You were muted and I unmuted you.
Kaiju's like, you are heard.
Yeah.
Sup, Jeff? Okay, we're good now.
I want to
Unmute
thank
now.
everybody for yesterday. I appreciate all the kind words, by the way. Thank you.
Yes. Hello, Bokal. Anyone else? Yes, we are. Yes. I don't know. We'll have to have a whole episode on skill. What's awesome is that we're talking about Dogman, like werewolves, and how they're supposedly like what they turn to werewolf during the full moon. It's not a full moon, but it's literally the moon is right there. It's awesome. It's perfect. I don't know if skinwalkers turn into multiple animals or it's just like one skinwalker turns into one type of animal. I don't know. I don't know anything about skinwalkers except that they're Native American thing. Everyone's so quick to call like a weird animal skinwalkers, which is why I'm just like, ugh, when I hear the word. But I'll have to have a whole episode on that. If I sound weird, it's because we just woke up from a nap. So I'm still waking up.
You relax yourself.
Well, I know I have tea to relax me.
It wasn't technically a wolfman a skinwalker. Technically.
Wolf
Turns into a
no.
wolf and then back into a man.
No, Wolfman, no.
No?
No, because skinwalkers are like... I don't want to make this episode about skinwalkers. I have no info on them right now. I have
Just
3
all the
pages.
Dogman. Yeah.
3 pages of Dogman info. But skinwalkers are like, you gotta like... kill someone or something to have the powers. I don't know. That is soon. I was actually planning on probably, maybe, I don't know if I'm going to do it today or not, doing a members only tiny short stream trying to figure out the next week's topic.
Well, yeah, she's basically trying to, if you join the membership, she's going to start doing some members only streams where everybody would basically help vote on.
Like a brainstorming stream.
Like it'd be like a think tank members only stream where you guys would all discuss what you want to talk about the following week.
Also, check out this awesome sweater.
You're ridiculous.
I didn't have anything wolf related, so I was like, it's October. I need a fall leaf sweater. If a werewolf bites a dog, does the dog turn into a man? That's funny.
I believe a man has to bite a dog for that to happen.
Yeah. This one, I don't think does. Do they?
This is a computer generated Dogman action figure addict, so they make it anatomically correct, or
No, this one doesn't look like it.
They don't do it. I said that's what I meant.
Yeah, Wendigo.
Kind of like a Barbie doll.
That's what I meant. That's what I was thinking of. I always get them confused. Yeah. Okay. See, all that sounds like a little bit too much. Supposedly, this is all theoretical. That sounds like a little bit too much like the show Supernatural for my liking. I could have a whole show. No, I could have a whole video about that show, or I could do like a watch along of me just like being annoyed by the show.
I think what'll happen is you'll start to love the show. That show is very good. The fact that you haven't given that show a chance blows my mind because it's such a great show.
We already discussed my problem is that when something's popular, I refuse to watch it until it's unpopular.
You need to let that go.
I know.
You
But
pain in
anyway.
the ass.
I know. Oh, I didn't even start with a reading.
So go for it now.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing like,
Okay, Curb Stomp
Curb
Films is in
Stomp.
the house. What's up, bud?
Yo, I need a werewolf action figure.
I have one pre-ordered. I'm waiting. It hasn't come through BBTS. It's
Oh,
the
I
white.
think I remember. Yeah,
Yes,
is it the
Charlie
white
White
one? Yeah.
So I'm waiting.
Okay, yeah, I want that. I want all cryptid action figures.
Yeah,
So
I found
can do,
the
like,
Bigfoot one too. There's a Bigfoot one on Amazon. Remember the
Bitch.
good one that we found?
I need it.
Yeah, I sent you the link. Yeah, we gotta start buying those.
Yeah, because like even if it's like just like a tiny little video where I just have it spitting and it's like we're talking about this cryptid, you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
just
that'd be
like
cool.
that,
That'd be cool.
or even to like full blown stop motion with it or play motion with it.
That'd be-
But I wanted to start streams. I wanted to I'm going to do reading live streams where I literally just read for the entire thing. There you are. Where I just read cards or whatever for the entire live stream, and people could like ask questions and stuff. I'll do that. I don't know when. But I wanted to either start streams with readings, or do the little super chat thingy. It'll probably block your little thing, or like you could just randomly request a reading during any live stream that I also wanted to do. But I just wanted to get more practice with it because I haven't in a long time, and I have this whole pile of cards, pendulum, and dowsing rods. So if anyone wants a specific thing, I'll just do that. But I just wanted to whip out my cards
I'm gonna
Because they
make
got-
it big so they can see it. All right.
because they got animals. Okay. No, what about you?
It's okay. They don't need to see me. They've seen enough of me.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's true. Oh, can you put up the 3 more new comments?
Sure can.
Nice.
Yeah, when it comes to TV shows, action figure addict, it's like pulling fucking teeth.
Oh yeah, I know.
Technically, it's not popular. They stopped making it. He's
That's
very
very
right.
true.
Thank you very much, Rollkeeper.
But people still love it.
The favorite that I prescribed mustard.
Oh my
Why?
god, that was
He said
good.
mustard is best for a hot dog. That gotta love a doctor with humor, good bedside manner.
That was good. That's messed up, but that's good. Here's a Dotson. For those that didn't get the joke. I got it. But I was like, mustard? Really? And then I was like,
They should have said relish. As always, like, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us on a Saturday night.
Kenaz, which is a rune. And it's got an owl on it. Hold on. Can you see that? Is it have a book?
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. We're gonna be talking about effing Dogman, learning about this stuff, and it's effing a. I don't say the F word, so I'm saying effing. It's an owl reading a book with a torch next to it. Like, if you couldn't get more.
Nice one, Jeff.
More about. That'd be fine. I just got. That's interesting. I did open to not the card I pulled, but it says wolf. Hold on.
So now, when you pull these cards, what does it mean? Why would you pull a card? Let's say I'm sitting.
This
there
is
and
just
you-
like the overall vibe
Okay.
of this stream.
All right.
Kenna's barn owl. Do I have the barn owl? I do. Can you see him? Oh no, you can't.
No, you
Hold
can't.
on.
He's hanging on the wall behind
I
you.
have a painting of a barn owl. I did back
If
there.
you take it away from circles to squares and you just cover the whole screen, you'll see it.
Can you? I mean, do I have
You
a
can do it
mouse
real
up
quick
there?
if you want.
Try it, yeah, so people don't know I'm not lying.
Yeah, so you'll see it right there
You
behind
can
you.
just see the wing,
Yeah,
but
it's there.
that's yeah, right next to my logo. It's there. You could make it circle again. Hold on.
I got you.
Well, Kenaz is the rune of like I think of new openings. What? Aww.
Little guy's passed out.
Look, the acquisition of wisdom, knowledge, and insight has been the owl's forte since the beginning of time. They have sharp eyes that can see in the dark what others need light to perceive. The owl was a holder of their occult secrets. Dun, 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 dun.
What is
It,
that? mean?
it represents the search for truth and knowledge and a burning creative drive. In a reading, Kenaz speaks of artistic and technical ability and honing your craft, lighting your way through the dark, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so it's about the search for truth and knowledge, which is what we're doing today, guys.
I should figure out. I'm getting those for me. Okay, if she wants to play with my toys, we can sit on the floor. I'll dump all the toys out on the floor, and we can have a good time.
That's cute. I like that. But here's our little. I wish there was like a way I could just like keep it. No. It's like right here.
You know what we got to do is we got to take like pictures of them, and then when you draw them, you actually kind of like how you have this
I have
overlay
it
with the
pulled.
menu. They
Yeah,
just kind of pop up on the screen here. That'd be pretty cool.
that's a good idea.
Maybe we'll do that. Yeah.
What's the Operation Monster Force figures?
They're the ones with like Dracula, the Forgotten King guy, all those. Yeah, the Van Helsing figure. But I already pre-ordered a bunch, but they just keep pushing it back. Now they pushed it back to 2025, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow,
So,
force.
yeah, but
Okay.
we definitely pre-ordered them. But
Okay, so
80s Toy Boys in the house, by the way, too. What's up, 80s
oh
Toy Boy?
hi.
How you doing, bud?
So I'm gonna get started on my notes. I have, like I said, 3 pages of them. You can put you back on if you want. Okay, so I try to get spooky music. This is not spooky, but
It's all right. It's your music. This is the
Yeah.
music you play on the stream, so I like it. Fits.
okay, so it all started 1887. And that's a funny reference to Mython stream. The years, how you just kept bringing up years.
Don't you start.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so it started in Michigan, like Jeff said, in Wexford County, Michigan in 1887. Often regarded as the first recorded Dogman sighting. 2 lumberjacks in Wexford County, Michigan, reported seeing a creature that they described as a man with the head of a dog, upright on hind legs with piercing blue eyes. Yeah, so that's what they saw. Lumberjacks in Michigan. There's a lot in Michigan. Like, let me see if there's ones in Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Maine, but the rest are in Michigan. So that's
So
what.
he's mainly seen in Michigan.
Yeah, I don't even know where Michigan is on the map, to be honest.
Hold on. That's what my job's for.
Oh, there we
Map of
go.
the United States. I'm
Yay.
right on it.
The second one is in 1938, Paris, Michigan. Robert Fortney's account from 1938 is one of the most cited Dogman sightings. While walking near the Muskegon River, Fortney, I don't know if I said that right, Fortney was allegedly confronted by a large dog-like creature. Fortney reported that the creature was over 6 feet tall and stood on 2 legs. According to him, it stared him down before retreating. Fortney fired his gun at it, but whether he hit it or not is unknown.
Michigan is right by Ohio and Indiana.
Really?
I'll show you. in a minute.
Ohio? Because Ohio's where the videos I'm going to show later happen. So
Yeah.
that's interesting. And Pennsylvania's close to Ohio, no?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna have to
Like border,
join
right?
with the other.
First, show the map of America, and then pull up a map of Michigan, please.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta join with the other computer. I'm doing it right now.
Isn't Gravity Falls? Hold on. Isn't Gravity Falls? My brother loved that show. If it's the one I remember, where they're like about cryptid hunting, right?
I think
think.
so. Yeah. So it's right here. See, that's where Michigan is.
I thought there was a Dogman song. That is, I think, referenced in my notes. Okay, Pennsylvania. Wait, where is it? Where's
It's right
Michigan?
above Indiana and Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's got that weird, like, double half going thing.
Yeah, but where else did you say they were seen?
Ohio.
In Pennsylvania, so it's
And
right around that region. Yeah.
Hmm. Very interesting.
Yeah. Why there?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like,
Yeah.
okay, now.
Look at this. Hold on a sec. Look at this. Read this. Dogmen were believed to be indigenous people who made a deal with the devil to get back at the white man.
I like that. So now look up Native American tribes of Michigan then.
Okay. Native American tribes in Michigan.
Yeah. Or, well, they're not in it because they all moved, but one's from Michigan.
There you go. Many Native American tribes have significant history in Michigan, including. They have a bunch of words I can't say, so I'll just share the screen.
Yeah. I need to know which ones.
All right, I got you. All right, I got you. Settle down, fucker.
I'm a favorite Curb Stomp's comment because we can. I like that one.
Okay. There you go. Bye. Okay.
Ojibwa, Ottawa, Potawatomi, and Wyandotte. I've only heard of the Ojibwa. Also known as that one is a reference to the Chippewa, from Adam's Family.
You ridiculous.
The second movie where she goes to the thing.
Yeah. There you go.
Interesting.
It is. So do you think one of these tribes maybe made a deal with the devil to get back at the white man?
Well, that makes no sense because they didn't believe in a devil, right? Like we do.
Well, what
like
did they believe in? Because don't they say skinwalkers?
First of all, making
a
a deal with the devil is
it's a Christian thing.
It's a Christian thing.
A Catholicism thing, right?
So yeah. It's like, so how are they gonna do that? I mean, I would. You could still do the same thing, but just I would reword it. I would just probably just like did a curse or whatever. But again, that's like, why would you do so much energy toward vengeance? Like I get it. I mean, what they did was effed up.
Yeah.
But like, if you since they're super spiritual people, like, are they really good? I mean, every tribe is different. I don't know. We'd have to interview someone. But it's like, are they really gonna? I was gonna say, are they gonna waste time, like waste energy to do that? But as we'll see later on, foreshadowing, people have a lot of effort towards things that other people may deem a waste of time. But you'll see.
Because you don't believe in the devil doesn't mean he doesn't believe in you. Ooh,
I
deep
think
stuff coming from Same Time Toys.
I think it just sounds
basically an evil spirit.
Yeah.
What happened if you don't believe in the devil, but the devil believes in you?
You guys do the same thing.
Yeah. So you got to be careful with how you.
But couldn't you also say that, like, if you don't believe in something, it doesn't give you power? It doesn't have power over you because you don't believe in it.
Technically.
Is that true? Do you guys agree with that? Oh, hi, Dad.
Hey, Ed, how you doing, man?
Look at my sweater.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
All right, so I'm gonna cue.
But again, the whole Native American stuff, skinwalkers. We're gonna get a whole episode of that. I'm gonna try and find like someone I can interview on that because I know absolutely nothing. And also, like I said, every tribe is different. I did like a Native American studies class in college, and all they emphasized was like everyone is different. So, anyway, that we went through the second one. So in 1887, the first Dogman sighting was 2 lumberjacks. The second sighting was 1938, and it was just the guy walking near them. Oh, so can you pull up a map of Michigan with like major cities listed?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how close these locations are. And then Fortney shot at it. But so the first one had piercing blue eyes.
So you just want a straight up map of Michigan, is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Just making sure. I'm looking at Etsy here, but it's a good map.
So first and second were on 2 legs.
Michigan looks like somebody's doing shadow puppets.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you right now. Hold on.
Okay, so the third one is 1987, the Legend Song Incident, Traverse City, Michigan.
There you go.
Oh, that's fun. It does. Or like a sock puppet.
Yeah, yeah. Where did you say it was?
Oh,
It's gonna be hard to see.
maybe get a simplified map.
I mean, I'll look. Yeah, because this is a very detailed map of.
Yes, I was gonna tell you.
Yeesh, doggone.
Get like a middle school map of it where you could just see like capital cities or something. In 1987, local DJ Steve Cook created a song called "The Legend" as an April Fool's joke based on old legends and stories about the Dogman. To Cook's surprise, after the song aired, listeners started calling in to report their own encounters with the creature. That's awesome. He's like, "This is a joke. What?" Many people who had never previously mentioned their sightings came forward with detailed descriptions. The song reignited widespread interest in the legend of Dogman. Interesting, because I got these notes using ChatGPT, and I said, "Give me all the real notable." Oh, never mind. I guess I said, "Give me the most notable." I didn't say, "Give me all." So these are some notable real sightings. So I guess it was more than just the two I mentioned prior to this third one, because obviously if he wrote a story about Dogman, then obviously there was already interest in it rather than just lumberjacks and a guy who shot at it. There must have been more than that. Okay, hold on. That's a good map. Let's see.
There you
go. Okay. First one is in Wexford County. I should ask also for a county one. Oh, right there, look, the Muskegon River. See it?
That, oh, yeah. I see.
That's where one guy saw it. Okay, so hold on. That's the... And then where's Paris, Michigan?
Paris, Michigan?
Mm-hmm. Is anyone from...
You have to bring Punk with Toys in here. He's from Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he lives in Michigan now?
Yeah, I think his whole life.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm not seeing Paris, Michigan.
Yeah, it's probably a smaller place. Yeah. JMK said Protestants were the ones that come with the deal with the devil theory to explain what they saw on point. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
Hell yeah.
The Bear Creek was the Hilton tree here in Texas. Early settlers thought it was a shaman that was a werewolf that was getting revenge on settlers that destroyed his tribe. Ooh.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what one of my theories of Dogman is.
Look at this. You hear this? It goes as far as back as ancient Greece.
Well, yeah, because no, it was Rome that was founded by Romulus and Remus, who were nursed by the female wolf, but not Greek. But we're not doing Estelle anymore.
I'm gonna answer that in text in the chat.
Yesterday there was an OD level of Estelle, so she needs a break. Maybe tomorrow, on the pre-roll. But ancient Greece, I did not know that. Oh wait, hold on.
Although, like I said, these cryptids and these like fantasy creatures that we all talk about, that's why they go far back as that, because I think our fear, we see things and sometimes I think we assume it's something that it might not be.
Yeah. I should have gone back more further with my research to like do.
No, but you're just looking with like within America.
I'm looking at the American folk tale because like there is
a
lot we could go back and research, but like I have just a week to research topics. It's something I have to kind of know a bit about already, so I have enough time to. But we could do it. We could always revisit topics as well.
Exactly.
But okay, so this one, the only reason why I don't have the copy of the book is because it would have come on Monday and not in time for the actual stream. But again, which is another reason why I could just revisit this topic. Do you see Elkhorn? Elkhorn, Michigan. Says this is what started it, kind of. Linda Godfrey and the Beast of Bray Road. So the Beast of Bray Road is the most well-known version of Dogman. I feel like he's kind of like the not the Patterson Kid one, but like that big like sighting or report or whatever, the Beast of Bray
Okay.
Road, or that's
Yeah.
how he has been known up until recently. I feel like a werewolf creature was just Beast of Bray Road, and now it's just Dogman because I feel like more people are seeing it. I guess. This was in 1992. Elkhorn, Wisconsin, babe. Sorry.
Wisconsin.
Elkhorn, Wisconsin.
All right. Well, hold on. I'm about to bring up the Dogman sightings map for you
Oh,
to make it
is
easier.
that
for you.
the website? Because
Just says map stack. It says Dogman sightings USA.
yeah, bring
Alright.
that bitch up. But anyway, Linda Godfrey is the one of the most well documented and popular Dogman-like creatures, often referred to as the Beast of Bray Road. Linda Godfrey, a journalist for the Walworth County Week newspaper, wrote about numerous sightings of a creature described as a werewolf or dogman roaming the rural roads of Elkhorn, Wisconsin.
All right,
The
so
cre-
these are the. So now you said Wisconsin. Hold on.
Yeah, where the heck is Wisconsin?
Wisconsin. Where are you?
I don't. Iowa.
Minneapolis,
We
Wisconsin. Boom.
we suck at geography, guys. So
No, it's just right here. You
thanks
just
for
gotta
bearing
find it
with-
on maps.
Oh, so it's right next to Michigan.
Yes.
Okay, so
Where was it? What city?
Elkhorn.
Elkhorn, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
All right. So some of these don't have it. They just have like the main. You know, see like they have Wisconsin, Green Bay,
Yeah.
but they have like
Just
a
like,
bunch
can you
of-
hover over it and it'll tell you where
Let me see. It doesn't say the
the city,
no. It says location, Price County, Barnett County,
Burnett. Yeah.
Burnett, yeah, Wood County.
It doesn't even say the date on them.
No,
That sucks.
yeah, but they're all here.
Okay. Try and look for New York just for my own.
New York. New York's right here.
Not much.
Boom. Yeah, right here. So these don't look.
Pittsburgh.
It's by
That's the thing.
Ithaca. Yeah, it's up by Buffalo. It's in this area. See, like
So
Rochester.
they're not really local to us,
I
which
like
is
look
good.
baby.
from-
Crazy as it sounds, it looks kind of like by the Hudson Valley, but actually no, it's not.
No, that's
Albany
too
is
far.
here. Yeah, it's true, but no,
Yeah.
it's in that region. It's in the mountain region though, because it's by Ithaca.
Yeah, everything seems mountain. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh? No, never mind. It's a lot. Oh, Youngstown, Ohio. Go to like Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, it's right there.
Where is it? Hold on.
Where all those? No, babe, go down. Right there, I think. Yeah, right there. Columbus, Ohio, Cleveland.
Yeah, right. Well,
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of sightings in Cleveland for him.
Huh.
You don't think there's different kinds of dogmen?
Not really.
Because I don't.
'Cause-
none of them.
Because Bigfoot has a lot of like, they're different. It's like, oh, this one is brown. This one has red hair. But like all the dogmen seem pretty similar.
Hmm. Has anybody in chat ever come across a dogman or a cryptid-like figure in the woods?
That'd be
Sound off,
awesome.
sound off in the chat if you have, or if you saw something weird in the woods, you just chilling, walking your dog.
Yeah.
See something, or did you feel something watching you or some shit like that? Because that's I noticed the stories that you were playing. A lot of the times, these things are just in the woods watching people,
Mm-hmm.
just staring at you.
Yeah.
You know. And then the one story that you're gonna show tonight was like this guy had like this insane, terrifying encounter with it. And then I guess, like I said, you guys make a decision whether or not you think it's bullshit or not. But
Yeah.
uh,
Road keeper. Wisconsin is not in Michigan. That's funny. I said we suck at geography. Go to
Yeah.
action figure addict. Where's DFW again? Because if it's the same Goatman's Bridge that was in the episode of Ghost Adventures,
it's in Texas. DFW.
then we definitely have to go to Goatman's Bridge. We're all of us are gonna take a little field trip to Goatman's Bridge. What's in Europe?
What's in Europe? Yeah.
But anyway, the Linda Godfrey, not Gilbert Godfrey, Linda Godfrey, wrote about numerous sightings of a creature described as a werewolf or dogman roaming the rural roads. It was said to stand on two legs, have a wolf-like head, and be muscular. It was most frequently spotted near Bray Road. Her work brought national attention to the cryptid, and Godfrey went on to write a book about the phenomenon. That's the book I was talking about that I was gonna get, but it wouldn't come in time.
Yeah.
Can you find Bray Road on?
Okay, so I think Jeff saying
Oh.
in Europe that he saw something weird. Because I was asking anybody see anything happen to them, like a cryptid wise. Unfortunately, Rollkeeper had an encounter with Sasquatch in a dry creek bed.
Oh my god, that was good. I actually thought for a second you're serious that I saw a dry creek bed.
Yeah, be careful out there, fucking Rollkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
It's dangerous out there with those creek beds, man.
Yep.
Sasquatch take advantage of you real quick.
Yep. Make
That's
sure
what
you have
they-
a piece on you at all times.
Apparently, that's an arousal zone for them. You know, so you got to be careful.
It's the mating grounds. Dry creek beds. Michigan. Back to Michigan. Manistee National Forest Incident, 2001, Michigan.
Okay.
A group of friends camping in Michigan's Manistee National Forest reported seeing a large upright creature lurking near their camp. According to their account, the creature had dark fur, glowing eyes, and stood like a human but had the face of a wolf or a dog. One witness described hearing a growl and catching a glimpse of its silhouette through the trees before it disappeared into the forest. So far, all the accounts have been two-legged, like upright.
Yeah, bipedal they call it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so since those are counties, do you have anything from Allegan County, Michigan?
What is that? Pontiac, Signal, Montag. What was it called?
Allegan.
No,
Let's look for something with A. Oh, that's it?
was it Michigan?
Oh, wait, no. Isn't Michigan have a little other part on that side?
Yeah, there's nothing there really, except for all the way over here. Ironwood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That sounds cool, though.
that does. I actually named that my I named
right?
that the forest in Rain Corps. Yeah, the Ironwood.
Did you know that there was
No.
an Ironwood,
I had-
Michigan? No.
I had no idea. No.
Okay, so Shelby Road encounter, 2006, Allegan County, Michigan. A woman named Courtney. I love how they thought it important to tell us her first name. Courtney reported seeing a dogman-like creature on Shelby Road in Allegan County, Michigan. While driving at night, she claimed that the creature stood upright in the road and stared at her with yellow eyes before disappearing in the woods. She described as being over 7 feet tall, covered in dark, shaggy fur, and having the head of a wolf. Courtney's encounter became one of the most detailed modern dogman sightings. So hers had yellow eyes. The first one was blue eyes.
Now I know you don't want to. You kind of dismissed it at the beginning of the show. The skinwalkers, but if they were skinwalkers, would their eyes be different colors? Because don't they say that the general consensus about all these things is always the same color eyes?
I do not know anything about skinwalkers.
You got to do your research. You got to dedicate one full episode to that.
I know.
Okay.
But this is what annoys me too. Like, skinwalkers are a whole separate thing. That's why I get really annoyed about skinwalkers. People are like, "That's skinwalker. That's skinwalker." I'm like, can we just give like them their credit of being like they're a Native American thing, and we have to like figure out what that is instead of saying that everything weird that's half animal, half man is a skinwalker. Like, stop using that word for other things. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
didn't mean to sound mean. I didn't want to sound mean. But I'm just saying, like, let's for the sake of this argument say that they're two separate things and not like the same. Or no what's it called? Intersection.
Yeah.
Where's the other one? So, Tennessee. Okay, so Pennsylvania sighting. Did they have one in Pennsylvania?
They got a couple right
A
here.
couple, yeah. This one is in 2014. They saw a dogman near a wooded area close to their home, having large canine-like head, standing on 2 legs, about 7 feet tall. The creature reportedly watched the witness for a few minutes before retreating into the forest.
I think that's a recent thing, Alpha Red.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
term skinwalker has become very overused. I think it's because of that show, Ghost Adventures. I'd have to blame
No.
those. Yeah,
He
because I
said it.
yeah, they say it all the fucking time. They went to Skinwalker
No, they say
Ranch.
they say that's just Skinwalker Ranch.
But I'm saying
They
but
say
after,
everything's a demon, not a Skinwalker.
But after that, it was either a demon or Skinwalker.
Really?
I've heard him say it so many fucking times.
Oh, I stopped watching.
Yeah,
a
and
long
then it
time
became
ago.
like a thing on paranormal shows. When it could be a Skinwalker.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
too much.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people are not like you're getting away from the original meaning of it.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't even touched the topic yet, because I'm just like, that's a whole thing in and of itself. But so far we got 6 and 7 feet tall, different colored eyes. Okay, then 2021.
Okay.
Maine. A local hunter, while tracking deer in a remote wooded area, spotted a large bipedal creature walking through the forest. He described it as being around 6 to 7 feet tall, with long arms, a wolf-like face, and thick fur covering its body. The hunter mentioned that it moved like a human, but its appearance was distinctly canine. That's badass.
It is.
Okay. Then, when I was reading these things, I was like, Linda Godfrey sounds like a sketchy ass bitch to me, like a sus ass bitch, because all of a sudden she's got a book. You know what I mean? I was like, but I asked ChatGPT, and it said that she didn't make it up. She was just like reporting on the area, and then she heard all these things. Wendigos and werewolves are always confused too. Exactly. There's a big difference. Like, they're not all the same. Werewolves like are supposed to. And also, there's a difference between werewolf and dogman, because dogmans, they seem to stay dogmen forever, like the whole time. Werewolves specifically are supposed to turn into a wolf at full moons or something, right? Like, if we want to do the mythology of werewolves, like, I think there's two different things. But again, people like to lump things together just that look similar, without actually like learning anything. Like, people, oh my god, one of my pet peeves is people who don't know the difference between wolf and coyote. Like, they're very different, but you just see, oh look, it's a gray brown dog like thing, it must be a wolf. It's like, no, there's a lot of differences between the two of them. So I think it's just like that. Like, well, this is specifically about dogmen, not werewolves, because werewolves are that's a whole other video you could just do on werewolves instead of dogmen. What was I saying? Oh, so sketchy ass bitch Linda. So I thought she had like did all this just to write a book and like have it be a bestseller, but no, it was just that she was hearing all the stories, collected it, and then made a book based on it. And then it happened to become a
like a hit
bestseller. Yeah, just like how the guy made that fake song, and then all the people started sending in stories. Like, it's already a thing.
But how many I've never Dogman is new to me.
Yeah, it's new to me too. Like,
because I've never really heard of him until you started really getting into the cryptid things, and then you discovered this whole.
Where I'm gonna show everyone the video I watched. That taught me about. I almost said learned me about. Taught me about Dogman. That was the first time I heard of Dogman. Was I think I was just randomly. I mean, my algorithm is just creepy shit. So I just happened upon this video, and it said the most terrifying interview I ever did, or whatever. And it's this guy. What is it called? What Lurks Beneath his channel is?
Yeah, it's What Lurks Beneath. You want me to bring it up now, or are you gonna wait?
That is the first video I have.
You want me to bring it up?
Yeah.
Right. And then you have it. You basically have it timed out for me.
I do, yeah.
So 10
I'm
minutes.
not gonna show you the whole thing because it's an hour and a half, but I highly recommend everyone watch the whole thing because it's badass. It gets right into the story, which is what gripped me. That I actually sat through a whole hour and a half interview with this guy because it was awesome, and like it catches you right in the beginning. But just skip to 10 minutes and 28 seconds.
You got it.
I'm just gonna give you the highlights of the beginning of his story. It gets into a whole thing where like this is him as a kid. I forgot what year it is. You could watch it and
We
find
were
out
all kind
the
of just
details.
staring at
Hold on. Pause it.
the fire, and no.
So I'm just doing a quick summary.
Mhm.
He's a kid. I don't remember how old he is, but he's got 3 other friends. And did I write it down? I think he's gonna talk about so you're gonna let this play for 10 minutes to up until 20 minutes and 50 seconds because it just tells you the location of where he is. It's in Ohio, I believe. Not yet. And then it gets into his whole encounter, the description of the creature, his friends, all that stuff. I don't think he's crazy, no. I like this guy.
Yeah, Ash Figure Addict. This one was like as great as the Sasquatch guy was clearly obviously a joke. This guy is truly terrified of what he thought he saw or what was there that day. So this was like these stories are like supposed to be eyewitness accounts. So it's supposed to be dead true. It's not supposed to be made up now. Like this I think the reason my lovely lady is playing this for you guys today because she wants you to listen to this guy's story and you basically decide for whether or not you want to believe it or not.
Also,
but
this
it was
guy,
it's a pretty good story.
Yeah, this guy, the guy who owns the channel where Looks Beneath, he met this guy at a Dogman conference, like those cryptid conferences things, like where all these believers come together and talk about their eyewitness accounts. So he met him through there, and they like chilled for a while and talked a lot, and hung out. So that's how the guy got to know him and like vibe him out, I feel like, and thought it was so awesome that he brought him on his channel. So I mean, there's like credibility there. He is very detailed. I don't know. I believe it, or at least I believe what he thinks. But I don't know. I believe he thinks he saw something. But like I also have some evidence to the contrary or possible theories. But we'll get into this. This will be like for 10 minutes. This one section is 10 minutes long. I wanted to show you guys. So yeah.
Everyone was talking, and you just kind of, how you get when you stare at fires. Everyone just kind of stares at it, and you kind of drift away. And we heard this pack of wild dogs. So outside, you'd walk out, and there was a concrete kind of, I don't know, just outcropping that the stairs had fallen away. And that was another reason why we like this building, because nothing could run up these stairs. So we had to hop up and roll in to get into this building. So again, no dogs could get up there, and we like that.
Yeah, wait,
and
pause
we
it for a
heard
second.
them, and we just kind of were like, oh.
Sublegal vices. Bobby, yes, because we watched another video. I don't have it linked, so I won't show it, but he did literally explain what he saw as Anubis in the woods. It's not at all related to this guy. It was just another video we saw earlier today. But what the guy's in an abandoned building in shit, I can't believe I didn't write it down. It's some kind of abandoned factory in Ohio. He explains the exact location in the beginning. He may or may not explain it more here, but it's an abandoned like factory warehouse area with like railroad tracks and shit like that. He's gonna explain it, but they're in an abandoned building, just so you know what he's talking about in the beginning. Okay, you can play it.
Okay, let's go outside and see what's going on. We're standing out on this outcropping, and we're watching, and a pack of 6 or 7 dogs run by, and they paid no attention to us at all. And right across from this building was a railroad track. And if you, again, Google blast furnace, old steel mills, Youngstown, Ohio, you'll see the picture of exactly what I'm talking about. The railroad tracks right in front of the buildings. And then just beyond them, there would be giant piles of coke, which is basically an ingredient in the steel making process. It's just something that they utilize to make it. And they had huge piles of these things. I don't even know how high. I would say at least 15, 20 feet high, mile each way. So as far as the eye could see, it was just piles of this material. These dogs ran right in front of our building and made a quick left. They ran across the railroad tracks. They went up the one side of the pile of coke and then down the other side. And immediately we start hearing fighting. We assumed that the dogs were fighting with each other. We had no idea what was going on because they were on the other side. It was dark. We couldn't see. All we could hear is dogs attacking. After maybe 2 or 3 seconds, we started to realize, no, they're not fighting with each other. They're fighting with something else, because what came over the top of these dogs biting and barking was a very loud and deep growl, roar that basically let out, which every one of us, our eyes open, we're like, oh my God, there's something over there. They're attacking something else. And within a few seconds, we start hearing yelping. These dogs are yelping in pain. And then what happened next was when all of the craziness started. And what happened was 2 dogs, one after another, come literally flying over the top of this pile of material. They were thrown, like somebody had grabbed them and thrown them with great force. The first one I'll always remember, it was upside down and its butt and tail were facing us. So it definitely didn't jump. It was thrown and it hit the ground and rolled, and it got up and limped away. Another one came and it hit the top of this, and material went everywhere, and it hit the ground. And I'll always remember this because, I'm a dog lover, I'm an animal lover. It had a huge gash from its shoulder all the way to its midsection. It looked like something had flayed open the dog. And it was still alive. It was bleeding all over. It got up and it ran away. And, I always remember, I was like, oh my God, I hope that dog lives. I don't think it did. It was very, very brutal the way that it looked. And then a couple more come thrown over it. And then the rest of the pack came running. And they all went back the way they came, which was to our left, in the way that we would come into this area. And we're watching them run away. There's blood on the ground. We're hearing them yelp as they run away. And as we're watching in just complete disbelief, one of my friends, I remember him like touching me on my back. He was to my left and behind me. And he goes, guys, what is that? What is that over there? And we all simultaneously looked to our right. And what ended up crawling up to the top of the pile of this material was, quite honestly, something that and I say this all the time and I'll always say it, it was so big that it looked fake. It was the biggest animal I have ever seen to date. My friends agreed. There were 4 of us again. So we were all able to talk about this for years after this experience. 2 of them are gone, unfortunately. They passed away. 1 is left. And, we always talk about this with each other, or we did. And my buddy that's still here, we still to this day talk about it. And it was basically just a gigantic wolf-looking creature that was on all 4s. We started comparing over time what we could say the size of this thing looked like. And the easiest thing that we found once we started looking at pictures of things, and because, this was in the late 80s, we didn't have the internet and all that. So we're looking at magazines and books, and the shape and the size of this thing was the closest to a polar bear, but it was as big as any polar bear or bigger. And it had the telltale shape of a polar bear, where if you have say like a Kodiak grizzly bear, it's like a walking boulder, just giant and massive and just boom, boom. This was very sleek, long-limbed, very lengthy, more muscular instead of just big and bulky and long. And it crawled to the top of this pile and it was watching.
I just want to say hi to Catherine Leslie Faye.
Hello, Catherine. How you doing?
You're not late. No one's
where the dogs had gone, and it hadn't paid any attention to us. It hadn't noticed us at that point. And what it did next, I've always said this, some people might find this amusing. It was not amusing at all, because of what happened. So this dog was watching them. It was looking in the direction they left, and it lifted its leg and it did its business. And immediately we knew it was a male because of what it did. And what was scary about it was the force at which, when it started urinating, at which it hit this pile of this material it was standing on, pieces just started going up in the air. You could hear the stream. It was like a hose had just been turned on. And I stepped back. I was like, whoa, that's not normal. It's just so massive, and it was so strong of the stream that this thing let go. I started feeling real fear because, any second it's going to notice us. And just as I'm thinking about that, my buddy who had been to the back and noticed it first started to stumble backwards and fell into that metal makeshift wall that I had been describing to you. And what happened. It made that telltale sign of metal on concrete, and immediately this thing snaps its head and it looks at us, and we all froze, because immediately the first thing that jumped out to all of us was not eye shine. It was as bright as there was a power source coming from inside of this creature. There was a yellow, amber, kind of orange, bright light that was coming from its eyes. And that's where we all were drawn. That's where I was drawn immediately. And it was so big that you could see the anatomy of the eyes. So you could see the pupil. You could see, each distinct circular shape of the eye. If you look, if we're just being general about the shape of the eye, you have multiple circles in your eyes. You could see each one of them we are probably about 20-25 feet from this animal. So close, but far enough to where we realized the size of it was just so abnormal and so scary that, we were just froze. And it started looking at each one of us, and you could tell which one of us it looked at, because its eyes, again, were just so big, and they were just lit up like Christmas trees. And it looked at each one of us. It looked down the line. There were 4 of us. And when it looked at me, it felt like it was going through me. And what happened next was this thing did something so alien and so insane that it finally took us to things that we had been taught are myths. Things that are just only made for movies or comic books or magazines, Fangoria, or this thing stood up on 2 legs, and it was already so massive. Again, it looked fake. It was just like, this can't be real. I'm sleeping. I'm going to wake up anytime. I have to wake up. But we were awake, and it stood up, and it was twice as big as it was. And it was just so crazy. And we had entered into now everything we've been taught about creatures and werewolves and anything like that are fake. Now we're looking at a real one in front of us. And again, the thoughts going through my head, and I asked my...
Well, what do you think, lady?
I don't want to discredit this guy because I like his story a lot. I'm torn on it because, I have a theory about what it could be, and I was explaining it to you earlier. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, he's so well spoken, so I feel credible, at least because he has at least one other living friend to talk about it with that can remember what he remembers.
He's bringing everything down to the very finest detail. That's usually what happens when you're in trauma, when you have an extreme trauma.
Exactly, and also he's had practice telling his story over and over at conferences. So he's going to conferences, which is the only place that people who have seen weird shit can really find solace and find people that can believe in them. Which is not to compare this guy to the dry creek bed guy, but it's like you said, no one will believe me. But you know, like you got to go where people are gonna believe you.
If I'm not mistaken, Jeff, this happened a very long
This
time
is
ago.
the 80s.
Yeah, this is the 80s, Jeff.
And he was a kid.
Yeah, his story was telling.
So, like he I don't know if he's gonna say it in the other parts I have noted, but oh yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. I like this guy. Like I feel like he's a good speaker.
Yeah,
and
like I said, even if it's not real to, like, let's say it was another
Yeah.
animal that just kind of fucked with him. The way he sounds, the conviction in his voice is clearly he believes what he saw was real.
But also, what you have to remember too is that he was a kid. I don't remember exactly what age. And as a kid, we always like make things bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like make it scarier than it was because you're a kid. You don't.
Because it
really
could have
know
been a
what's
bear,
happening.
right? It could have been
Could
a
have
bear,
been.
and that just they freaked
But-
out because they're kids and they just made it bigger than it was.
But I mean, it's just one part of it. It gets.
You know, I already
Worse.
skipped ahead, so just let me know when you want me to play.
It's oh yeah, you're right. At 21:11 is where that
Yeah,
starts.
I moved it up already.
And then, but like, so I'm gonna stop it after like 28 minutes, and it's, as you can see, it's an hour to almost 2 hours long. Yeah, exactly. I believe him too. But if you get into the aftermath of the story, you learn about like his friend's dad is a cop, and the cop is trying to cover up the kid's story because he's like, they already know about it. Something like that. It gets really cool. Like at the end, like I highly recommend listening to the whole thing. But let's continue about it on 2 legs now. He's gonna describe it on 2 legs.
Okay.
And this goes until
and I
25,
kept having
23.
this sense of, okay, this is a dream, you know, this can't be real. And it stood up, and it was twice as big as it was, you know, height wise. It had the dog shaped legs. I remember immediately the thing that stood out to me immediately was, you know, it had a man's shape to it, but you always hear people say, oh, well, it was man shaped. Well, you can't compare what we saw to a man. There's no man that was built like this. Its arms were so long, that's the first thing I noticed, that they went past its knees almost to its ankles. It had hands that looked very similar, and I got a good look at them a little bit later, and I'll touch on it, but it had hands that looked like a raccoon, like the hands of a raccoon, just giant, huge hands, and massive, just build, muscles everywhere. It did not have long, scraggly hair. I would say the hair was probably an inch long at most. It was actually very, almost like it was groomed. It was very tight. You could see every muscle. It was as black as any black I've ever seen. It was almost like so black that it was darker than the night blackness behind it. It just stood out. It was so dark. And all you could see are these eyes shining. And it had, you know, huge lats, huge biceps. I remember specifically when I noticed the legs, the quads on it, you could see, you know, any bodybuilder's quads, you know, you see the separation of the muscles and everything. You could see that. You could see, but it was so much bigger than any human being you have ever seen. And then what it did was it growled, but it was almost like a growl and a roar at the same time. And the way it came out is, I've seen things over the years. You know, we've heard about infrasound, about how tigers and lions, and, you know, they will use infrasound to stun prey. It can actually jiggle the insides and the organs. And that's what I felt. And that's what my buddies felt. I've seen recordings of actually crocodiles and alligators when they do their kind of growl in the water and water bounces off of. It was similar to that, but animal-like, like wolf-like, tiger-like, something of a combination of that. And it went through us all. I remember when it hit me, I felt it go through my chest. And the first thing I felt is I felt like I was going to go down on my knees. My legs from the hips all the way down to my ankles, my calves, everything felt so weak that when you have dreams when you're being chased by something and you can't run, that's what it felt like. But I couldn't move. I thought I was going to go down on both my knees. I was kind of bent over, but I was still looking at it. My other friend that was to my immediate right later told me that was what he felt similarly. Two of our other friends actually were completely bent over. One was dry heaving, said he felt like he was going to pass out. The other said he felt like he was going to throw up. Something's wrong. What's going on? And it takes a couple steps towards us. And I think the steps of it, moving towards us and how far it moved after it took 2 steps towards us snapped everybody back into reality. And I remember my buddy right over my left shoulder who had noticed it first, he turned and ran into the building, and we followed suit, not quickly, as fast as we could. And we just headed up the stairs. We ran to the 3rd floor. I don't know why we went to the 3rd floor. We just did. There was really no way out of there, and I need to explain that too.
Well, there you go. That's not horrifying.
I know, that's why I love this story. I was like, excuse me? This is your story? This is epic. But, what is the next one? Let's just skip to 2810 before I start getting into my theories.
Okay.
Yeah.
2810, you said, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, here we go.
The head come in, then the shoulders and the rest of it, and the tail. And as it's walking in, you could see, that like when tigers or big cats walk, you get the scapulas that pop up, on the back. You're seeing the bones lifting, but they were surrounded by so much muscle that you could see it rippling as it walked. And it's looking around and it's sniffing the air. It's obviously looking for us, and we're all trying to be as quiet as we can, just frozen in place. And, when it got near the fire, you could start to see that it had saliva just pouring out of its mouth. I'm not talking just dripping. I'm talking like the sound of like when you're in an empty building or something and it's raining and you're hearing big drops hitting. The saliva's hitting the concrete as it's walking. And that's a sign that, said to me immediately, it's either going to feed or kill. And that's why it's salivating. And it bares its teeth every once in a while, and you get the glint of this white, and you see the teeth even when its mouth was closed, the top canines were hanging out, and you would get little glints of the bottom ones here that would show. So its teeth definitely hung out of its mouth, even when it wasn't baring the teeth. And it walked by the fire, and you could see immediately jet black, except for, I thought that it was maybe a reflection of the fire, but we all agreed later that it had a very light white stripe that went from the back of its neck all the way down to the tail. And that was the only other color that this thing showed other than the eyes. You always hear stories about people that see dogmen in the woods during the day, and they talk about the different colored eyes and blue to black to brown. I don't know what this thing's true eye color was. All we could see was this orange amber color, just literally causing things to light up wherever it looked. So it wasn't eye shine, it was something internal coming out of this thing. And then another thing that really has brought me into believing that these are more than a natural creature, and that there is something supernatural going on, is when it walked by the fire and its front hands, paws, whatever you want to call them, had touched the ground near the fire. Something happened where it only happened with its front left hand, or whatever you want to call it. It basically blinked out. It cloaked for a second, and you could see they see things through it, almost like that predator effect. And when it put its hand down by the fire, something really strange happened aside from the cloak effect. If you've ever seen video of the sun and the magnetic anomalies and storms that they have on the surface of the sun, where you see, you know, the you know, tubes come out of it and the different shapes and magnetic storms, basically that happened right around its cloaked out paw, and it only happened for about 2-3 seconds, enough that I noticed it and my other buddy noticed it. The other two did not. They were at a different angle, and it had basically just looked around the room. It bared its teeth after it sniffed, and it snapped its head and looked right up at us. It knew exactly where we were. It finally caught our scent, and it looked at us, and it looked up at us, and it bared its teeth, and it growled again, and you felt a vibration. But I truly believe that this half concrete wall that we had in front of us had, if it threw that infrasound at us again, I think that half concrete wall blocked it, because we didn't get sick or felt funny or anything. We felt a little vibration. You felt it. Like, I remember I had I think it was my right hand on the top of the wall at that time, and I felt a little vibration in it, but didn't get sick or anything. So I truly believe that wall blocked whatever, because of the angle of it being down on the first floor, us being on the third, and it threw it out.
Okay, so before I get into my theories, I want to hear what you guys think, and what you think too, babe, because you haven't heard this before, right?
I heard pieces of it.
Yeah.
I basically heard him explaining what it looked like, but I never really got this far.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound like I don't want to say like man-made. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it cloaks and it sends out a vibration that makes.
Is it an alien?
Like, what kind of creature is this?
They do say Bigfoot cloaks, though.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not understanding. That's a little crazy.
So, like, what?
I mean, how much more broken can you be? You're a fucking werewolf. Now you go invisible, and you can make people sick, like vertigo.
But like that could be because it makes. Again, now this is a new theory. The reason why we haven't captured these things, because they're so part supernatural, so part spirit, that like they could do that stuff. Are they like fairy creatures that go between dimensions and, like, you know what I mean? Like, are they? Because before, like, I feel like the main theory is that they're like flesh and blood creatures that are just like somehow escaping us. Yeah. But what if it's more like that, where they're part supernatural? I mean, humans are part supernatural too.
This is a crazy, far-fetched theory, but I mean, we're fucking talking about a Dogman here. So
I mean, this is into the shadows, babe.
Yes. What if aliens are putting, like, you know, like kind of Predator, where a predator would come to Earth just to hunt?
Yeah.
That was the whole point of Predator, essentially.
Yeah.
What if aliens are just dropping like a Dogman in a random spot just to see how it reacts to humanity, and then when they realize it can't be like integrated, they just pull it off. They pull it off the planet, so that's why it disappears. That's why you never really see it again.
I like it. I mean, that's kind of what I said, but if you want to say like just the interdimensional,
either way, I believe it either way. That way, the guy. Sometimes I think like because. I mean, listen, I'll tell you my story about the cloaking thing, where I dropped you off at work. Mm-hmm. I was coming home. I came to a stoplight, and I swear to God, I'll never forget it. As long as I live now, I literally saw a cloaked person walking across the street. Like, literally, I saw an outline of a human being. Right? It looked like when they do the cartoons, the Fantastic Four cartoon, and Sue Storm goes invisible woman, and you just kind of see an outline of a person. That's what it looked like. It looked like the Predator, like that guy said. It looked just like the Predator. It looked like a T-1000 from Terminator 2, except you could see through it. It wasn't like shiny metal. Wow. So you saw like a person walking, and it like literally distorted like everything in front of me. Like I didn't like I saw like the car on the other side, but it was very blurry. It was like distorted. Yeah, you know, like it like wrapped around this thing. Like,
and this was like bright and early, first thing in the morning, like 8 a.m.
This was very early. It walked across a highway,
across the street.
Like, not a highway, but like
it was where a light had stopped.
Yeah, we're at it was at an intersection. And it walked across down into some grass, and then literally just vanished.
And I'm so pissed that you had dropped me off at work before you saw this. Like, I wish we were
That's a very good question.
going to work. No, I don't think so, because he said that when the creature was outside and it roared at them, they felt sick. It wasn't the saliva, because he said that when they were inside, they had a makeshift wall. I forgot what they made it out of. I think he explains it earlier in the
Was that a
video.
concrete? No, it was out of concrete.
Oh, it was out of concrete. He
Yeah.
said that
That
must
blocked
have
it.
blocked it.
Yeah,
So
that
they didn't
blocked
feel
it.
sick when it was inside the building.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't saliva, they would have felt sick inside the building, not outside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he said it was the roar had infrasound in it. That's why they felt sick.
Mm.
So I want to hear what you guys think.
Is there anybody believe this guy's story? Do you believe that kind of creature would be lurking in Ohio? Because he's from Ohio, right? Is where he's from?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, babe. Like I believe he believes what he saw is real. Like that's what I'm saying. When you talk to people like this and they believe so much, like that guy that was on Joe Rogan about the aliens. What was that guy's name? I always forget that guy's name. But he believes and he tells you, like, I don't have to say this shit.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. I completely forgot his name.
The guy who wrote the books from the 80s.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't have to fucking. I don't give a shit about talking about this stuff no more. People think I'm crazy.
Oh,
I'm sick of
yeah,
it, you know,
yeah.
like he's like, I'm here because you asked me to come here, and this is what I saw.
Yeah.
And there's so much conviction in his voice that you're like,
I mean, no. That guy, I know who you're talking about. I have a lot of problems with him, but I could do a whole video on that too.
we need to. Yeah, you need to.
Yeah, because it's very interesting, that guy's Joe Rogan interview.
Yeah.
Because he's like, at certain point, he was just making, I feel like he was just making excuses to not answer questions. Joe Rogan would have like really good questions that I was like, can't wait to hear the answer to. And then he'll be like, oh, I have a headache. I don't
Oh,
remember.
hey, pull
Remember?
that migraine shit.
That's the same guy you were talking about, right?
Hey, pull that migraine shit a few
I was
times.
just like, just say I don't feel comfortable answering that. I'd believe that more than you have a headache.
Yeah.
Like, but anyway, off topic. But
I don't know.
who said it was gonna get off the rails? Because it's about to get off the rails right now. In my theory,
That was Shane.
Shane.
Yeah, Shane said it.
I'm about to get it off the rails.
Well, here you go. Well, I have seen some
Curb
spooky
Stomp?
stuff, so I believe him. So there you go.
Let me know what you've seen.
What kind of stuff have you seen, Curb Stomp? Please sound off in the comments.
You even,
We'd
but
love
if
to
you
talk
just
about
want to drop 1 or 2 things of what you saw, that'd be
it.
awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Should I start with my off the rails theory now?
Is this what all these?
Yes, but
fucking
hold
links
on.
are?
They're not in the proper order.
All right. So you tell me which one I got to do first. Please and thank you. Like I said, I appreciate everybody coming through on Saturday night, hanging out with
Yes.
Brown Fox Productions. Into the Shadows, episode 3, Dogman.
Yep. Okay, so let me pick. Okay, disclaimer first. I am not disproving this guy's story. I'm just giving an alternate theory, like a
This one,
skeptical theory.
you know what the funny thing is to me, and I love you so much. I love you so much. Let me preface this. That hold on. Let me turn. I love you.
I love you
so much.
I
Okay,
love you so much.
but I would believe my theory that I just told more than the one you're about.
You
to
would
tell.
believe more in aliens
Yes.
than my documented fact
All right,
theory.
and I want the chat to listen
Can we
to her.
put
listen
us
to-
2 up?
Yes. I'll take the. You're done with this video.
Keep it available, but yeah, you can take it down
All
off
right,
the
I'll
screen.
just take it out here for now. It's okay. So now I want you to listen to her theory. All the people that are in this room, if you're still here, hopefully you guys are still here hanging out with us. I want you to listen to what she's about to lay out for you.
I
What
don't
she
understand why you think I'm crazy.
What she thinks this might or could potentially be. It's a theory. It's not. She doesn't believe this fully. This is just a theory. But go ahead.
Fursuits.
Okay, so now elaborate, please.
Okay. Preface. I'm not this guy's probably not lying about what he saw. I would just like, there's certain things in his story that I think are evidence for my theory. Okay, so this was the 80s. I don't know if he said early or late 80s. Regardless, in the 80s. What kind of movies came out then, babe? Like they had practical effects. It was a lot of like creature horror, like with actual.
Yeah, but even then,
effects.
it always looked fake. It never looked real good.
I know, but hold on, because I have a video for people who say that, and it's in the thing, but don't touch it yet. So wait, hold on. Curb Stop had a comment.
Yeah, Kurt Stomp is right, starting to tell you this story. I think they only give you a certain amount of characters to type in the chat.
North Carolina.
You already know where this is probably going. Jesus, this is probably going to be scary as shit.
Better be. I love
So
it.
continue your theory while he types out his story.
Okay, so I think we need to throw away that theory that like just because something's old, it doesn't look good, or just because it's from back then, people weren't smart. Like there's this weird theory that we have, that society has, that like only modern shit is smart, only modern shit looks realistic. I'm like, we don't even know how the pyramids were made. There's lots of theories. There's some facts. You know what I mean? Like we think people are dumb back then. Like they were not. Like, you know what I mean? We think like things were amateur and like shitty back then, but they weren't. So use that as like your baseline. Just because it's old doesn't mean it's like not good or can't be good. Like, you know what I mean? Like effing Leonardo da Vinci had diagrams for a flying machine. Like what's the guy, my brother's favorite, Nikola Tesla, had a death ray patent thingy. Like, and they were in like, I don't know what year they are, but you know what I mean? They were a long time ago. So it's like, I know, but I'm passionate about my theory, as you can see.
I love you so much. Man.
So that's the baseline, okay? Just because it was in the 80s doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean anything. Then also you have to think about this. I like to think that there's 3 levels of technology at any given moment. There's personal passion project technology, which could be as good or better than government funded technology, and public use technology. So public use technology is like whatever current technology's out, whatever level iPhone we're on, whether we use tablets or iPhones, like that changes, right? But again, that's what they say, that like consumer technology is like 10 years behind secret government technology or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's released slowly to the public stuff. But then also personal passion projects can get to the level of government level funded technology, like accidentally, because they are, some people are just that good, you know what I mean, on their own. Like that guy who invented a car that ran on water and then mysteriously died. Personal passion projects. That was better.
Okay. So
this is the baseline of my theory.
Yeah. So your baseline theory here, so if I can layman it up for everybody in the chat, is you think someone just took time to create a personal animal style suit.
Yes.
Whether you want to call it a furry, whatever you want to call it, but they took the time to make a beyond professional.
Yes.
This is beyond professional. Because
Yes.
the professionals are telling you that it's like legit. So you're saying it's beyond professional grade level animal style suit that people will wear.
Just made for their own personal
Just
enjoyment.
made
Or
because
for
they
their
want to
own-
be a dog man or Sasquatch.
Not for clout though.
But not to
Just
go into the
because
woods
they-
and try to get filmed.
Yes.
Just because they want to feel what it would be like to be an animal.
Because if we have transgender people nowadays who want to be the other gender, there are people who want to be a different species. Call them
Yeah, no,
Therians.
I'm not saying that that's not.
Some people don't
yeah,
believe them.
yeah.
Oh, the internet has made fun of them. I think they're real. Who wouldn't want to be a cat or a dog? Well, you just sit at home all day. I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to diminish. I was just making a joke. I'm just saying that, like, if there's people out there that want to experience life as a different gender, for example, why couldn't there be people out there that want to experience as a different species, right? And
I
also,
understand that, but if someone's
minus-
filming them, either why don't I don't know. it's very hard.
We're not talking about filming because I haven't found any Dogman footage.
Yeah, it's true.
So they're not out there. It's
Yeah.
not that easy to find credible Dogman footage. I mean, no, I'll show you. There's other videos I have to show you guys later.
Speaking of which, he's dropped it. He's dropped
Yes.
a lot more. So let's just all right. So we'll start back at the top here.
Mm-hmm.
So here you go. When he lived in North Carolina, there's a place down a dirt road. It's called the government land because it's owned by the state. But the local legend is an old man lived there back in 1800. He supposedly had a wolf dog, and he was murdered by the town and the wolf dog too because children disappeared. So the whole group of us went camping, and I had to leave to go drop off my car with, I think he said his dad. My dad. Okay. Then, as we were leaving, something grabbed the car and we were stuck. And after pressing the gas, whatever it was, let go, and we went back onto the blacktop, and I smelt gas.
Wow.
So something grabbed his car and was strong enough to literally lift it up off the fucking ground to where they're hitting the gas and it's not moving. He basically hulked the car up off the ground. And now, of course, your pop's here. Anything's possible, which is true.
I haven't even gone fully into my theory, and I have video evidence.
Anything is possible. But what she is suggesting, and this is my problem, this is where I poked a hole in her logic.
No.
You're telling me that somebody, whoever that person may be, made a beyond professional grade, like beyond, like better than the professionals grade suit. Because it fooled the professionals. Every fucking video we watch, when at least Sasquatch, I'm not speaking for Dogman, but at least when you watch the Sasquatch ones, they always say, no, you can see the muscle structure, everything move. This thing is real. This is legit. You know, the way the foot is pressed into the mud. It's you know, it's the way an actual person, like, it's like all proven by people who make these things for a living. So you're telling me that somebody, because listen, I make stuff, yes, but I'm not better than a professional.
No,
like,
not
I'm an amateur, but that's what I'm saying.
That's
A
what
lot
I'm
of the times when people have passion projects, it's amateur stuff because.
No.
But
hold on.
I don't know. Like I said, anybody else believes it, please sound off in the comments. I'm listening. Okay, go ahead.
So 2 things you said. I took a archaeology class in college, and the first thing the guy said to us was that amateurs are the ones who made the main discoveries in archaeology, are all amateur archaeologists who accidentally found shit. And it's the professionals who then come in after the amateurs. Yeah. And then also, I'm like you said about how they like professionals have proven like how feet, like there was, what was that Expedition Bigfoot that they said, oh, like only someone would know, only like a doctor or something or whatever they said would know about this, like this toe, how it is or whatever, you know what I mean? And the who's to say it's not an inside job? That's someone from who knows that level of stuff is out there doing the pranks, because now they can find, if people fake shit all the time. People like, it's like they buy likes, they buy views. Why wouldn't they fake evidence to get, like, I don't know what scientists want, rewards, papers, you know what I mean?
Like, well, hold on, because let's go back to Curb Stomp's story here.
Yes.
Okay, so I get out my dad and we look.
I go get my dad.
And gas is just pouring out.
That's crazy.
So the next day I crawl under the car and there was a huge claw marks in the gas tank.
Had to replace the tank, he said.
But look at this right here. The old gas tank is still in my sister's yard. Next time I go up there, I will take a picture of it.
Bitch, yes. Yes.
Please do, Curb Stomp. I would love to see that.
So wolf dogs are badass.
Okay, so does a fucking passion guy do that to his car?
That could have been an actual wolf dog mutating with wolves since the 1800s on government land.
Wait a minute, hold on a sec.
You're getting me off track. Because I have a lot of aspects to my theory, and all these comments and all your comments are messing up my little flow.
All right, so go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, okay. Like I said about the guy who invented a car that ran on water. And also, he was not a professional. And they like to say that the government stopped him. And also, who was that guy? Who was he was in that dumb show about Thelema. Jack something. He was. I don't think it's a good example. I'll have a video on that one. But like, he was a rocket scientist who studied magic and stuff, and they say they killed him because he didn't want to work with. I don't know. Bad example, but I'm just saying. Alpha, yeah, probably a lot of time, because
That's what I think, Alpha.
what else stands on two legs in the woods and has a snout? But the only issue with that is the legs. Bears have straight back legs.
And the hands. They say they have like human style hands.
Bear
raccoon
hands kind of.
No, because they said raccoon hands,
Yeah.
which means they have the
like the little fingers. You see the
yeah.
joints. But
Yeah.
anyway, so okay. There are people out there that are smarter than professionals. And
I'm
also,
saying someone could make a really good suit. I believe you there.
yeah.
But I honestly think you can't make it that good. You're telling me. Now, don't get me wrong. I know some amateurs, some people who do this is what they do for a living. They wind up not only setting trends, but they wind up making discoveries and breaking through the glass ceiling. I will totally give that credit. But you're telling me this is a level of commitment to wanting to be an animal.
I'll give you an answer to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Now you combine religion in it or spirituality into making the suit. Now you have that level of commitment. Now you have people who spiritually believe that they are in the wrong body, and who you can't get surgery to be a wolf. So what's the we gotta do? You gotta make the most realistic looking animal costume ever. And so let's say like people get fired from their job. You always interrupt me as I get into the thing.
Because I understand what you're saying, but the only reason I think these people would get shot, wouldn't they?
No, because it depends on where they go.
There's just so many factors that I think like.
Because look,
I
how
think
many
see more
people?
Pictures of these people. Now.
How many? You say if you see more. Exactly.
People see what they want if it messes with you. That's true, I guess.
But you said people. What did you say after you said people get shot?
Well, I'm just saying people would get shot. Somebody would take photos of these. They would do more like Dogman pictures would start showing up.
I know. I'm not saying that this is just dog. Well, no, because if it is a costume, first of all, I can't find videos and photos of Dogman.
No, they don't exist. Although, didn't you find the one with the lake where you just see the thing cross? But I think that's
but that looked more like a Bigfoot.
That looked like Bigfoot. Yeah.
We'll show that one later. But
I don't know. But look at here. That's not just what happened to us. There's so much bad stuff. One girl got stung by bees. A giant tree fell and took out their tents, and the roaring sounds from the woods were probably scaring the shit out of them.
Roaring sounds from the woods, and you guys still stayed?
There is a guy that made the fish. It's pretty much the engineering for what modern day fuel injected. Okay, so look, I mean, this is, I guess, technically Bobby Walder's agreeing with you. He's basically saying that amateurs.
No one's denying me in the comments. Like,
no
one's like, you're dumb.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying.
Oh wait, what are you actually saying?
What I'm saying is, if someone dedicated their life to something like that, you would know about it by now.
No,
because
first of all, look what happens when I say the word furry. People are like, "Oh, that's weird. That's dumb."
No, that is
You're
weird.
Not gonna tell them.
You don't mean to tell me someone wouldn't turn around and just go, "Oh, I know that guy. It's John, man. He goes out in the woods every Saturday. He just pretends to be a dog."
Because people are in their own worlds. People don't tell you what they do. You don't see people leaving. If they're gonna go in the woods, they're just gonna pack a car full that's just gonna look like camping equipment, if that. And they go different times as people usually go. You're in a suit, like let's say you're in the wolf outfit. You don't get cold like people do, so you could go in the winter when no one's out. You go in snowstorms when no one's out. I always highly recommend going on walks with snowstorms because there's no one out there.
Look at that. He answered your question.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, like, damn, dude. But that's awesome. But it sounds like some kind of spirit of that land did not want anyone there. That's probably why
something's going on.
Government.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, JMK. Yeah. People work hard just to fuel whatever they want to do.
Listen, I'm not saying it's not out of the realm of possibilities. I told you it's a sound theory. I can honestly say, okay, when like probably when they finally unmasked the guy like Scooby-Doo, right? And he's like, I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids, right? You turn around to that guy and go, how much time and money did you dump into this thing?
Babe,
And
they're
then-
not. They're not.
But what I'm saying is, and the person turns around and goes, I've been the last 40 years. Then you can turn around and go, obviously, because the costume was so good, we couldn't tell. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that it couldn't be out of the realm of possibilities. But what I'm saying is, I just think that by now we would have found out that there is a person or someone would have gotten a shot of this thing. And I'm talking about you because that means that there has to be more than just one person that's willing to do that kind of stuff.
There are, but they're
So
not.
there should be more sightings in terms of like pictures. There should be actual proof.
No, because
That's all
like
I'm
I
saying.
said, these people's goals are not to be seen.
Okay, but like now when these stories come out, this one guy says I like the one story I remember you watching, and that's the one I thought you were gonna play, but you didn't.
What?
Was the one where he was driving the truck and he shot in the Dogman.
That one I was looking up. That one is actually has no eyewitnesses. It's not credible because the guy has no proof, and that kind of got just like shooed away.
I don't know, man.
So when I was looking up, like I was like, give me credible stories. It's like that one was like, oh, that's a very well known one, but
Kaiju
they
Kitty
don't.
just gave you a movie idea.
Oh, I could take that so many different ways. Like that. That's like
That wouldn't be a bad movie to get into, man.
that.
Like something
I mean,
like
I kind of did with Blood Pawn, werewolves, and stuff.
that. Yeah.
So I don't know. I was into werewolves. What, 2 years ago? A year ago?
Yeah,
2
yeah.
years ago? But anyway, okay. So here's video proof now of my theories. So the guy said several things that could make it a costume, and like my two things were no, I had three things: the glowing eyes,
Mhm.
the peeing that sounded like a hose, and the saliva that was just dripping.
Okay.
So if you look at, I couldn't find, and I don't remember what movie, but like back then, like 80s and 90s movies where they had the
American Werewolf in London. Is that what you're referring to?
no, I never saw that. I'm talking about like movies back then that like had, what do they call it, creature features or whatever.
Yeah,
the hell,
yeah.
Where like they showed you the behind the scenes of how they
Mhm.
made the things. There's like hydraulics and
Yeah, it's all
pipes and in it.
animatronics and shit.
So that's just what I thought of immediately. I'm like, oh, so this is just a waterlogged costume that has like water in it, you know? And it's a guy testing his
But here's the thing, like,
a guy testing his suit out.
okay, but in
To
you know,
the point that
are
he
you
could-
referring to this story right now, to this
Yes.
guy's story? But okay, that's where I gotta call bullshit.
No,
Because
no.
the guy
'Cause
said the
let
way
me
this
finish it
thing,
first.
how fast this thing moved, the way it
Yes.
whipped around.
Yes.
I don't think someone in a suit in the
Let
80s.
me get to it.
Okay.
Okay, you don't. Okay, hold on. So, here's my theory. Just ride the ride with me, please, to the end. The theory is that, first of all, it's the 80s, right? So, from the 60s to like now, there's been like weird spiritual people, right? And it's Ohio. I don't know anything about Ohio in the 80s, but I don't know. So, people are weird, right? So let's just say this guy finally, this is his night to finally bring out his suit that is finalized or close to it or whatever, right? Let's say finalized for the sake of the story. Cause it's like a you hold on. I'll get to the lighted eyes because I have a video. Okay? I have a video for that. So it's this guy tonight, his suit's done. His suit of like 20 something years.
Okay, I don't want to cut, but I've
You
seen a
just did.
break here. I need one more thing. One more thing. There's got to be one more hole in your story. This guy said this thing took out 5 fucking dogs.
I'm about to get to
a
that.
pack of dogs.
I'm about to
So
get to
a
that.
regular guy who is in a dog costume that is now being controlled, like these are your words, not mine, being controlled by things that are filled with fluid that he's got to urinate out. He fights 5 fucking dogs. Not only does he fight 5 dogs, but he throws one over a fucking pile of basically coal or whatever the fuck, where it lands upside down and backwards, and basically killed another one. You're telling me that a gentleman, passion project,
not a gentleman,
put on this suit
yes,
and went and attacked and was able to fight a pack of dogs
on drugs because you're trying to get.
Now he's on drugs.
Yes. Okay, like hello, he just went berserker mode, like the Vikings. They took mushrooms and then they became animals by wearing furs. So when you're light, that's a very good point. That's what I'm saying. The size could have been exaggerated. What happened could have been exaggerated. Thank you, Kaiju, babe. Everyone is siding with me.
Are you sitting here telling me?
Yes.
Like, okay, let's go rewind this one more fucking time so everybody in the chat can listen to me. This guy, passion project, builds a metal mech suit to fight animals.
Yes.
Then covers it in fur and fucking glowing eyes.
Yes, babe.
Okay, fights dogs.
Yes.
Pisses out his excess juices.
Yes.
And then now chases a group of kids because now he's got to kill them because he can't have no witnesses, apparently.
He didn't kill them.
Jesus Christ.
But I cannot believe that everyone's siding with me because first of all, these are creators. These are your people, babe. They make stuff. So they get it.
I'm not saying it cannot be done.
Let me get to the point.
But you're telling me that this... If you tell me tomorrow, make a costume as realistic as possible. Okay, you sink and you have unlimited capital. Whatever, how much money you need to spend on this costume. You need to spend $10 million. You spend $10 million. Okay. I'm going to make that thing battle tested to fight actual dogs. These are wolves or coyotes.
They're not wolves, they're dogs. Stray, wild, domesticated dogs.
That can't be true. I thought he said like coyotes or something.
No.
It's a pack of dogs.
There's stray dogs.
Jesus Christ.
So there's normal house dogs that got out and never found their owners. No, I like Kaiju's theory where it's a metal mech suit. But exactly, that's perfect, Kaiju. Because now, once you are discovered in your suit, like here's where you said it before when you said that someone saw me. Like if someone saw me,
you guys are writing a fantastic movie right now. I'm telling you that.
Babe, shush. And you say every time people gonna see you and then like unmask is like, how much money you think is this guy? No, you do not want to have to answer those questions because you could be trespassing on property. You could be whatever. So your goal now, once you are seen by humans, is to scare the shit out of them. Either make it so unbelievable no one's gonna further investigate, or to make sure that they sound crazy so that no one comes looking for you. That's the only thing. Oh no, he's not. You're like annoyed by my theory.
I am definitely.
By yours.
I am not annoyed at all. I am not annoyed at all. In fact, I understand what you're saying. I can understand someone going as far as making a photorealistic costume, so much so that if I looked at it, I'd be like, holy shit, I think that's actually a Dogman or Bigfoot, right?
Everyone
hold on.
Stick around because I have video of what he's
Yes, okay, yes, and that's what I'm saying. I understand that because you have video proof. I've seen the video you showed. Now you're gonna sit here. You're gonna have the unmitigated gall to sit on your fucking throne right now and tell me that some schmuck in the fucking 80s had a passion project and put together a fucking Dogman suit and went into the woods and fought dogs, then scared the shit out of 3 kids. I have to call bullshit.
What you're saying to me
I have to call bullshit.
Is so obviously what happened. This is what happened.
I would believe JMK where he said that there was an elaborate set of traps. Like big.
That makes no sense. Who's gonna set up traps specifically for dogs who happen to go around that one?
I would believe that more,
no, babe.
I would believe that more than he made a mech. You're sitting here telling me that he fucking exo squatted himself a goddamn Dogman suit. He put on a Batman Hulkbuster, a Wolfman Hulkbuster suit, and fought dogs and then kids. It's crazy. That is too far-fetched for me. I'm sorry, I cannot buy
What's
that.
so funny to me is
that
you find it far-fetched. Dog. First of all, Kaiju you're my favorite right now because you're with me on this. You got what I'm putting down.
Oh my god.
Everything you said is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so look, babe, you're not getting it. Cause you're saying that this guy's like purposely, I'm gonna go find some dogs, kill them, and then kill
I
kids.
didn't say that. I did not say that. But
He-
what I'm saying is you're telling me that this fucking guy overly prepared for just in case the day where he sees a pack of dogs, a bear, whatever the animal is. Add your animal here. He planned for the moment that he was going to have to fight another animal. Is
No.
what you're telling me. Because yes, because those contingency plans for building a suit like that to withstand that kind of stuff, you would have to understand like what happens if this attacks me? What happens if I'm in the woods pretending to be Dogman today and I get into a fight with a grizzly bear?
Babe, no.
Right? Obviously.
Because no. This guy exactly, Alpha. This guy just wants to be. First of all, I'm not saying that these people who want to be animals want to be real animals. They want to be whatever they want to be. Because if you look at the Therian community want to be actual, or they believe they are actual animals that exist in the world today, like extant animals, so still living, not dinosaurs or whatever. I mean, some probably do. Exactly, kaiju. But and then other kin are the ones who believe that they are either mythological creatures or creatures that don't really exist, like mismatches or like over-exaggerated animals. You know what I mean? So there's Therian and there's other kin. This guy could be other kin guy who just wants to create his own badass like wolf that could like a super wolf. You know what I mean? He just wants to create a super wolf. And that's who he sees himself as. And he just wants to become what he sees himself as, right? So, hence why he creates what he thinks is the most badass wolf costume.
Yeah, he creates
Which
the Iron
happens
Wolf,
to be
the Iron Wolf costume.
Which
apparently.
happens to be like strong enough to withstand dogs. Also, we don't know what kind of dogs. They could have been small enough to throw. They could have been. I'm not saying they were. He never said they were pit bulls. You know what I mean? Maybe. I mean, a lot of them say that they were shot and were fine. But then again, with adrenaline, a lot of things get shot and still run away. But that's scary. On the dirt road, stop dead. That sucks.
I'm just saying, I unless you're telling me that it's a secret government project, and
That's another theory of Dogman.
They're creating these Dogman style suits, and maybe they just put a soldier in it, and they're like, "Go ahead, test it out," you know. And
That's
then
one theory.
he was just in there, and they were like, "Yo, we're about to release the dogs," and they released the dogs. They're not realizing that 4 punk kids would like kind of like break and entering and be hanging out there.
That's one.
And then the guy saw them and was like, I gotta scare these kids. I gotta scare the shit out of them. I gotta make sure my cover isn't blown.
That is one theory. But also,
I would buy that. I would buy that.
What makes no sense to me is that you believe more the far-fetched theories than my basic, just a random weirdo.
I'm only saying I believe that more because I think the government could have the technology to hide a mech suit into a fursuit. Because what you're saying is there has to be a muscle skeleton, like a muscle system over the mech suit so that it looks like an actual animal.
Kaiju, everything Kaiju's saying is what I believe in. The Dogman government theory, those are genetically modified dogs. That's what people believe, not mech suits. The government's not creating mech suit fursuits. They're creating mutated dog human things.
To Hitler, he sewed parts.
Yeah. I mean, the Russians did it too. There's a video you can watch about how the Russians put a puppy head on the back of an adult dog, and the puppy head was alive for a bit. I unfortunately watched it. It was on the Wikipedia. You could.
I'm not saying like I said,
like,
if you're telling me like secret
shit.
government, like the government, I hate to say like the government is getting involved in shit like that. But if you're telling me it's secret projects like that, then I may be able to buy that, like genetically mutated animals.
That's one theory, Dogman.
I'll buy that. I would definitely buy that theory over like, listen, maybe your idea checks out in a sense of maybe it was a person who was a part of this project Paperclip, and that's their passion project. they don't work for the government no more, but they're not going to stop their research in creating the suit or whatever it is they wanted to create for themselves.
Project Paperclip, isn't that where the American government brought best Nazi scientists to America?
Yeah,
Said we
that's
won't
what
kill
he's
you
saying.
if
One
you
of
work
those
for us.
experiments made its way to the U.S. He's basically saying
You're combining two theories though in one, which is possible, but I'm saying that that's not it.
you're saying that one person just decided, like you're saying that like because like this is kind of like, I don't want to compare this because I don't want people to get mad at us, but like people transitioning. I want to be a woman. This whole time I felt like I'm a woman, so I'm going to start dressing like a woman and I'm going to turn myself into a woman. You're saying there's a person out there that says, I've always wanted to be a dog. I've always
There's
felt
a whole community of people like
I always
that
felt the canine spirit inside of me.
that they call Therians.
So I'm a Therian, and I have to now live my Therian life by building
They don't always have to.
$100,000 Therian suit.
Those are people who want to, and who can afford to do that. But like not all transgender people have the money or the desire to do surgery to become
And
that.
yes, yeah, look, so you're right about
Yeah. Yeah. But like I'm saying, not all Therians are now good. Their life's purpose is to create the best suit ever. Like, no. Certain people.
See,
And
I
also-
agree with this, Kaiju Kitty.
Yeah.
Because if
no,
you
that
build
was
a
my
mech
theory.
suit, you're gonna have to have upkeep on it. Like this is what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying your theory is completely shot. What I'm saying is there's a lot of variables in the theory where it like there could be holes poked in it. But I'm not saying it's not out of the realm of possibilities, because like I said, like everybody's saying in the chat, clearly anything is possible.
Yeah.
Anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation. Okay, so that means anything is possible. So I'm not saying that you're completely bullshit wrong. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna sit here and tell me, no, maybe it was a government thing and like they were just testing it, and these kids just happened to come at the wrong place at the wrong time, I would probably buy that more easily than you telling me that it could just be some random person trying out something that they've wanted to live out a fantasy or whatever it is in their heads. That's all I'm saying.
I am not okay. I'm just introducing another theory into the Dogman thing. This is my fursuit theory. Yours is still a probability.
Someone said about check that like the curse.
Yeah.
Project Metal.
Kaiju
Beast.
said that too. He wants to watch Project
Yeah.
Metal Beast.
Damn it! Now I want to watch it. He probably already seen it.
Yeah. But no, so I'm saying that the usual theories of Dogman is that he is a government genetically modified dog person thing. That's just the main theory I've heard. And then I'm introducing this new theory of it's probably just one or two people who are just Therians with a lot of money.
I don't know. Maybe.
And-
How about this? Maybe they are just Therians, and they're shedding their human skin suit for a little bit just to go out and run and stretch their legs. Everybody talks about lizard people hiding amongst us, right? As aliens. Well, why couldn't dog people be amongst us?
Well, they are as Therians, but
That's
they
what I'm
don't
saying.
shed-
And
they
just
don't
one
shed-
night they're like, I don't want to be a human anymore. I want to be my dog self. I'm sick and tired of hiding. And they shed their skin and they go out into the woods. And unfortunately, one night they just come across somebody in the woods with them, and they're like, "Fuck, I didn't want this person to see me."
No, exactly. And also, I think you, like I'm saying, the kids were in a abandoned whatever factory area, right? So you're not supposed to come across people. What better place to test your suit out in? And then all of a sudden, oh shit, there's dogs. Oh shit, there's kids. You know? And oh shit, there's a train. The train passes by later in a video. But so now
Wouldn't you hear like metal? Wouldn't you hear like mechanics?
not if it's not. First of all, they said the growl was like a howl.
What if
growl.
alien beings are dog? That's what I'm
That
saying.
was his
What if?
theory.
What if they are just like the lizard people that they talk about, that like literally put our skin on and hide amongst us? That's all I'm saying. What
Well,
if
yours-
dogmen are hiding amongst us? What if dogmen are like the giants that we see? Like, like
Can I
Shaq.
just ask a question? Are you believing more in aliens than in a guy making a suit?
Yes. I'm not saying yes to that. Hold on, let me rephrase that. I'm not saying no, it's definitely aliens. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying I could believe all the theories.
Yeah.
You know? But to me, someone making a suit like that to live their life as a dog, I feel like we would have found out about that lifestyle already.
They're called furries.
I understand, but the furry one, it's silly. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about this.
Listen, what do you hear about every toy community? You hear about the shitty people in the community first.
That's true too, Bobby Walt. They do have those people.
There are those people, yeah. That could be Bigfoot.
It could be. Yeah, it could be.
But hold on, listen. What the problem with society and with right? The problem with society. Yeah, that was funny. He's like, yes. I'm not saying yes to that, but no. The problem with society and videos and YouTube and whatever is that they always gonna find the weirdest person in a community to make fun of and to make as the head of that community, unfortunately. And for furries, it's always those weird neon foxes that you see. But obviously, there are people, and I'm about to show you some videos that aren't those neon, dumb looking. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say dumb. Silly, cartoony animals.
What I
didn't mean silly.
I like this theory too. What if skinwalkers are all of these things? Yeti, Dogman, Sasquatch, Wendigo, etc. And these are just the things they shift between.
I like that. We can discuss that in the skinwalker theory.
Yeah.
In the video for skinwalkers.
Tonight I worked like a dog, man.
Dad joke.
Yeah.
But that's funny. What was I saying? Oh, so but wait, how you just said you hear furries, you think silly. That's because of the
Hey Jason, how you doing, bud?
Hi.
We're in a heated debate right now.
Here we are. That's because of what they show you. They want to garner views, so they're gonna show you the silliest looking ones, the most awkward ones, so you could discredit that community off the bat without even looking further into it. Because first of all, like someone said earlier, shamans, berserkers in the Viking era, I think even the Grecian whatever, they all were like Native Americans. They all wear furs and then like get into the mindset of the animal and just attack shit like berserkers. That was literally where the term berserk came from. They took mushrooms, I think, or something, put on wolf skins or bear skins, and just fought everything in sight. Yeah. I
agree with this too.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Anything that is made fun of, in my opinion, is true. Or anything
or has some kind of truth to it.
We learned the government's best tactic in high school, where you just make fun of something to get power, to take power away from it. You don't like kids, a group of kids, you make fun of them. Now no one wants to be their friend, no one wants to hang out with them, no one wants to be associated with them. How else, in a world where you can't hide anything?
The funny thing is we're all just, we're all the way. At the end of the day, the reason I can't buy this is because this sounds too much like Transformers Beast Wars.
Because you're so focused on the fact of a metal suit. I'm not saying it has to be metal. It doesn't have to be metal.
It's a goddamn Iron Man suit dressed up like a dog. That's what you basically told me. It can't fly. I'm not saying it can fly, but what you're telling me is someone, because all I'm picturing in my head is this giant Iron Man circle thing that someone stands in and they just put all the fucking pieces on. And at the end, the fur grows and the eyes light up like the arc reactor.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm seeing in my head right now. Don't get me wrong, I would love that fucking Iron Man suit. But I just think that there's too many, at least with this story, I don't think it works for this story that you showed tonight. I think
I don't want it to work for that guy's story because I believe he saw whatever he saw, but I
like the Guyver movies too, by the way. They're awesome.
So like about the berserkers, they were basically naked with fur and they were able to fight people. They bit through metal shields and helmets. like normal human beings, the Vikings, just because it took a little bit of whatever and thought they were wolves, they could bite through shields and stuff. That was just their own physical bodies. Then like how they say mothers whose kids are trapped in their cars, they could just lift cars. Once you're in an altered consciousness, you can do crazy shit. So I'm not saying it has to be a metal suit. And also with the growling and how they feel sick with the ultrasound thing, could be mechanics on the inside. Like I'm saying also with the peeing and the saliva, that's also a lot of, it could just be, I don't know, lubricant for a metal suit. I'm not saying it's a metal suit. I'm just saying that's one theory. And then with the glowing eyes, can you please play the first video that says QIN demo? I think that's the one.
Yeah, I got you. Let me see. Yeah, okay.
And a lot of them say glowing eyes, and look at this costume.
All right, so yeah.
This is a realistic fursuit from the company Clockwork Creature. I think these masks go for like, they start at $5,000. And look at the glowing eyes. Look how realistic it looks.
Listen, I'm
if
not
you
saying...
see that in the woods, you don't think that's gonna be some kind of mutated like bobcat?
Yeah, no, obviously that would scare the shit out of you if you were in the woods.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
But I'm like, if it's just staring at you, right? It's not doing anything. I would throw something at it.
But would you? Because
I would literally freeze in fear and run as fast as I possibly could.
All your
which wouldn't be fast.
All your reptilian brain sees is that shit's gonna eat me. I'm not gonna stick around. You know what I mean? Because it's an animal.
Let me just pause that so I can horrify everybody.
Look how beautiful. Don't say horrify. I love
that's gonna haunt. That's gonna haunt everybody's dream.
I don't know what they're wearing. Honestly, the berserkers. I don't know if they're wearing armor or not, but I don't know, because I don't think Vikings had armor like those, like a certain era of them. I don't think they did.
Now you're saying these eyes look good, but what this guy was saying is you could see everything on that.
Well, this is daytime. This thing's in light.
I know. The only thing that freaked me out is the mouth was moving.
Again, every suit is different because this one just doesn't have pupils.
Yeah.
And okay, so don't then go to the third one. It says, how do quad suits work? So they always talk about how it's on 4 legs for, well, not all of them. The how do quad suits work? Do that one.
Okay.
How it has the ability to go from standing to not.
There you go.
So this is a 4-legged. So the guy said in his story it was 4-legged until it stood up at the very last minute.
You're probably confused, like human arms aren't that long. Quad suits usually have like little stilt things. My back hurts just looking at this. This person really wants the magic ruined for them. If you don't want the magic ruined, avert your eyes because I'm just going to talk about how it's done. First, I had to draw what you thought might have happened. I thought that was really funny. But no, it's probably more like this. You're probably confused, like human arms aren't that long. Quad suits usually have like little stilt things. Okay. My back hurts just looking at this. This person really wants the magic.
So, like, again, still, that's how they did that thing with the guy who's the voice of Gollum in the Planet of the Apes movie. Yeah.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. He had the front arm stilts to go on 4 legs. So that's what. But again, you could just drop that shit or just stand up normally. And like a lot of what I hear when I hear raccoon hands that are just so big, not only do I think of maybe like an emaciated bear, but also I think like, what do you find in Halloween stores? Just those random clawed human-like hands. Like you have the glove in the car. We just saw it. They look like raccoon if you saw it from afar. Raccoons just look like little people hands with claws on them. So it's like, to me, I just hear like, oh, that sounds like a Halloween glove. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so next do realistic wolf suit.
Realistic wolf suit?
Yeah. This is just what I could find very quickly. There's, I want more time. That's why
my goodness. Goodness.
I'll probably revisit this and find better videos and stuff like that. This is what I could find today. There's videos.
All right, here you go.
Is this the guy like laying down in the Japanese? Yeah. This guy's famous, and this is a really old video. But like, again, look how realistic. If you saw that from afar, and he was doing something that a wolf would do, you don't think that you would be taken aback for a second? Like, look at the paws. That's how wolf paws look. And this is old video, so this guy's like famous. You can stop it if you want. He's just gonna be
Jesus
weird.
Christ, that's a guy in a suit.
Yeah. And then you could do rarest type of fursuit. I don't really remember that one, but so these are just examples of like shitty realistic ones. Okay? I'm not please don't let any furry get offended because I love furries. I love animal costumes.
Do you know what the rarest type of fursuit is? Quad suits are a special type of costume that walk on all four.
You imagine seeing that in the woods.
They can make it feel like you're in the
The
same.
size of that thing in the woods.
These costumes work by using special type of stilts that allow you to walk using your hands. Then the costume's head is attached to you with a helmet. Using a secret window in the neck, you can see your surroundings without other people seeing you. If you're interested
Jesus
in buying
Christ.
one, you better start saving now. Beast Cub, arguably the most famous quad suit maker, has their prices start at $15,000.
15
And that's if you
grand.
can even find a maker. Most of these suits are experimental projects created by the owner. Only an expert craftsman
hear
can
that?
create a complex
Pause
costume.
it.
You end up
Most of
paying for
these
those years of
suits
experience.
are experimental things created by owners. So they already have a like I tried looking at how to buy one of these suits. There's not an add to cart button. You gotta talk to the person. You gotta
Yeah, they
see
gotta
if they want to
custom
make
make
it.
Yeah.
It's like, so again, these suits are far, like, oh my god, that's the problem though, because of those documentaries making fun of them with the neon green and all that stuff.
Well, I know. I think it's also because some people sexualize it a little too much.
Exactly, but it's
Yeah.
not always like
And they
that.
make it, oh, you're a fucking weirdo. That's
yeah,
what it is.
that's
yeah.
the problem. Because I'm like, you need to.
Exactly. How someone
I know.
I totally understand what
That's
you're
why they find places where they can't be seen, because that is a possibility.
Yeah.
That's
Well-
why there's no video evidence of a lot of these people doing this stuff. That's why you see them more at cons than you see them in the woods, because people will shoot them.
it's the sexualized shit. That's why he doesn't.
But again, that's not all of them.
Yeah. Who ate a
That's
bear because he
hysterical,
thought it was a
And that
furry.
guy deserved to be eaten. If you couldn't tell the difference between a furry and a bear, like a real bear, that's disgusting. And I question why you know that, JMK. My question is why you know that. Okay? Oh my god.
Oh,
So now
shit.
go to the thing that says gallery.
Gallery.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll share this now.
And this is Clockwork Creature. This is the most realistic. The most
first one?
No, just keep going down.
Okay. Just
This-
say one.
The most realistic
Jesus Christ.
costumes I've found.
Yeah.
The company that makes them like, look at that tiger. You
Yeah.
open that tiger and then the main wolf next to it. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
How are you gonna know in real time whether that's
Mm.
fake or not? Look at that face. Like, look.
That's sick.
It's like, so the
Yeah,
costume,
look at that standing up. That beat.
See?
Okay. Okay.
and that could be Bigfoot. Like
Yeah,
people,
no, yeah, I
there's a
can see.
lot of video of Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It could just be furries. And the muscle stuff. If you look at how fursuits are created, you have to start with a muscle base. And who's to say there's not people going out there just in the muscle base to test it out before putting the fur and shit on it?
Yeah,
you
look
know?
at this.
Yeah, there's some like just random monster creations.
Well, that is what scares the shit out of people, though, no?
Yeah,
These weird monster creations.
yeah.
Look at that.
Look at the eyes. Look how
Yeah.
realistic the eyes look.
The
I
light.
think that
yeah.
one's glowing. It looks
Yeah,
like
it is,
almost.
it is.
Yeah. But like these are the ones I'm talking about, the realistic ones.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know what's real sick is this. I would do something like this. That's hilarious. Just wearing like a hoodie.
No, I know.
and the
Yeah.
hands in the mask.
I think there's a word for that where you just wear the.
That's a sick mask. Huh?
See, wait, go to Catherine's comment.
Where's this now?
Catherine's comment right here.
I've seen amateurs who do better cosmetic props and film.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's very true. I know.
So-
yeah.
What is an owl bear?
Yeah. But like, thank you, Catherine. That's what I've been saying. I'm like, people who do it for the like, never underestimate amateurs, because amateur means people who do it for the love. The ama and amateur.
Got some more over here.
Is love of something. Look at that. Like, look, they probably paint every single dot, like,
Yeah.
and the eyes look like they move if you turn them. That's what they're trying to show you. That looks like the eyes move if they don't already move from the inside, like they have a button. These are glowing eyes of a bright blue glowing eyes of a wolf. That was the first thing. First.
That's sick.
Yeah, look, these look like fake images.
Yeah. That's crazy. And how much are these, babe?
If you go up, it says there's a price guide at the top.
There's a price guide at the top?
Scroll all the way to the top. Oh, but some look so good down there.
I know. So let me just keep looking at
We're
them.
going for now.
Obviously, we're never going to afford these things. Look at this. And that one would horrify you, a zombie dog.
I did contact these people trying to ask them for an interview to just to ask them how they made it. Look at that dog, that first dog, German Shepherd looking thing.
This full on, this would scare the shit out of people.
Oh yeah, 100%. Look at the first one. Hold on. Exit out. Alpha, this one's for you.
Right there. Look at
that look.
Alpha, it's giving you seductive eyes right now.
Yeah. This is for Alpha right now.
Exactly.
Wait, go close it. Go to that one right there, top. The
Which one?
German Shepherd looking one.
Over here?
Yeah. Look. I was straight up think that was someone's dog missing.
Yeah, that would scare the shit out of me. Look at this one with the green eyes. The hyena.
That's glowing, very bright, like how the guy explained it.
Yeah.
What's that one? Wait,
That's
go up.
badass.
That's
cool.
badass. I like that.
Yeah.
I could just buy the head.
See, not like that could scare the
look
shit
at the dog legs though. That
That's
they
what I
say
was-
that
yeah.
they see the dog legs.
Yeah, but they
And look
say,
at the paw, the hands.
but they
You
say
just
these
elongate
things they say these things are like 8 feet tall, don't they?
Stilts, babe. That's how you get feet like that. They're on like stilt things.
I guess so.
And they always say 6 to 7 feet. How tall is a normal person? 5, 6 feet? That's just a couple inches higher than a normal person.
No, look at this.
Yeah, the bear.
That looks tall as shit. His head is almost
Exactly.
hitting the ceiling.
Exactly. Because also like their heads are sometimes in the neck of the animal.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm not saying that it's not out of the realm of possibilities. I'm just saying
I'm not saying it's every cryptid.
it takes a lot of money, a lot of effort, and a lot of time. See? I mean, look at that. Look at the big claws on the hands.
Exactly, yeah.
And I'm saying, like, how do you explain Curb Stomp's story?
Yeah.
Where his car was lifted up off the fucking ground, his
Babe,
gas tank was
you
torn to
made
shreds.
miniature Wolverine claws out of actual metal. My brother has made Nerf guns that actually have like needles on the end. Like you're
What
telling
the
me
hell
that
is he
they
making that for?
just to try and shoot a Nerf gun and have it stick into it like cardboard. You're not telling me these people are
That's
replacing claws with
Little sus.
metal bits or teeth with metal bits?
I guess. I don't know. I just think it takes a special person to fight
It
dogs.
does.
and
I
do
mean,
all
it
that
takes
stuff.
a special person to wear a costume like this in the first place.
Yeah.
Go to I think info.
Shop.
No,
they
they
don't
just
have
have
anything.
t-shirts.
It's just that bullshit fucking t-shirt. Who gives a shit about your
Don't be
t-shirt?
mean.
Sorry.
Uh,
Info. Price
the
guide.
price
There you
guide.
go.
Base prices.
Head is
5,000.
$5,000. Full
Yeah.
suit is 11 grand. No.
Yeah.
Full suit, and then the another full
Look,
suit
with stretch fur. So this could be the fur that like goes over, so you can see muscles. Maybe I don't know. That's why I asked
18
them
grand.
to talk to them. But
Fox
it's-
full suit is
and look at
15
it,
grand.
customize moving jaw, digitigrade padding. So that's for the backlight. Look at that face.
Yeah,
Look at the
looks
wolf
legit.
skull head.
White
up.
fox head.
Yeah, 5,000.
Need a crown fox head. Boom.
Facts.
Nailed it. 9 grand.
I will straight up dress in one of these and be a crown fox. I don't
That's
care. Look,
crazy.
16,000 for
16
it.
grand.
Look at the weird feet.
Yeah.
That's probably why. And look. What's a polyurethane rod armature? Is that metal? Is that metal, babe? No, polyurethane is plastic.
No, yeah, polyurethane is plastic.
But it's.
I think it's just a couple of like probably separated pieces in the tail so the tail can move around and shit. That's probably what it is. This is an armature, that's what it's saying.
What does that mean? Like a.
It means you can move around with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then anyone saying that like just because something's old, it can't be good quality, please go to the one that said the disturbing story of the dancing pig.
Okay.
That's the second one in the list.
I got it.
That's hysterical, Bobby. That's a lot of money. I'd rather be like Ben Stiller from Tropic Thunder and wear a real panda bear.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, Aetherians do wear real tails, real coyote and fox tails. A lot of people. Look, this is from 1907. It has teeth. It has eyes that move. It blinks, and it's all controlled in his right arm. And this is 1907. The costume. Look at the mouth moving. It has like weird fangs. You can skip through it, just so you can see the costume. But like, my point was just that like, look, early 1900s, and the first documented sighting I have is 1887. That's only like what, almost 30 years in
Hey, look,
between
there's
this
Piggy.
suit. Oh, that's disgusting. See, look at the eyes. Look at the eyes.
Yeah, but the eyes, you're talking about 1907. They're just turning the eyes like this because it's a giant head.
Yeah, but baby, that's still 1907.
Yes, but the head is so huge, it's easy to kind of put all those mechanisms
And
in.
how big did they say that the dogmen are? 6 to 7 feet tall.
I guess.
I'm just saying, when there's a will, there's a way for things.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little fucking crazy if you ask me. A pig fucking suit.
It's
Pig
gross.
man, baby. Pig man.
Yeah,
That's a Seinfeld joke.
of course it is. You could take this creepy pig off.
Okay.
That's kind of all I have. My theory was just to be like, dogmen could be just Therians.
Well, let me tell you something. A lot of the chat kind of agreed with you.
I'm
and
shocked.
that they did. Because
Me too.
I thought for sure they're going to throw it.
I don't know if they're making fun of me.
No, I think they would. Yeah, that'd be.
I really don't care if they're making fun of me. But
Yeah.
I still think my theory is a
Your
sound
theory is sound, especially after seeing that website. I understand, but that's today's technology. You're talking way back then, and
I know,
like,
but still.
I know you're trying to sell us on this pig person, but that costume is 3 times the size of the person inside of it, so all those mechanisms make more sense.
Yeah, and but also they could have incorporated real fur back then.
Yeah,
I wrote
Because-
a song about an octopus self-read. Tell me what you think.
Oh my god, I love it.
Is
Is
that
this
all
the
you-
long? What?
Is this all you got? We're done. I mean, it's 2 hours, 17 minutes, lady.
I was gonna say, is this the longest one so far?
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good. Yeah, man.
If anyone wants to join me, I'm gonna do a members only chat or video in a bit after this to try and decide what the next week's topic is, because I was gonna do astrology. We could do part 2 of Dogman. I don't know. We could do what did Addict say before? The
411.
missing 411.
Yeah.
We could do more fairy stuff. We could do anything. I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna do some research, and like, if anyone joins in the chat, they could help me like brainstorm shit, and so we could figure out next week. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we'll do that. And wait, let me just double check what this. Okay, yeah. I'll get your Skinwalkers is another.
Yeah, that's
Another
definitely gonna be on
option.
your list. A lot of people bring that up all the time.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just basically a what's the word? Brainstorming video.
Yeah.
Idea. Members
Yeah.
only stuff. But members only will be a lot of behind the scenes stuff. For films, for the streams. For Halloween, I have a few things planned. I have to figure out what to do. Again, we brainstorm that too in the members only stuff.
Yeah.
I do want to do something live, whether it's live ghost hunting or I had an idea to live trick or treat or some shit like that. I don't know. For Halloween.
We got to change that, bud. Gotta
Yeah.
join.
And
Of course, if you can.
yeah. And
No pressure.
I think this is Saturday. What? Halloween's Thursday?
Hmm.
It's Day of the Dead, right? Or Saints Day, All Saints Day right after. And then it'll be Saturday, right? So
Yeah.
the norm. We could have a normal Into the Shadows on the Saturday after Halloween, but then on Halloween I want to do something too.
That's good. Yeah, that makes sense. You
But
should.
yeah,
you should.
so
You're also going to do a lot of witch stuff on the members.
oh yeah, I still want to talk. I do want Into Shadows, or maybe I'll just make a different podcast live stream thing.
I think you should just do like a separate witch thing, magic, on members only. Yeah, I think we can talk about that. Yeah.
But yeah. So, you want to plug anything?
Just come hang out tomorrow.
Good night.
Hey, good night, Ed. Thanks for hanging out, man. Have a great rest of your night at work. But yeah, just tomorrow, pre-roll's back at it.
I think he's home from work. I don't know.
Oh, okay. At 10 p.m. I'm doing a little late start because I might.
Wait, when?
Tomorrow. Pre-roll.
Oh, okay.
She's off for Columbus Day, so there's no real reason to have to do it earlier to get off early. So plus I might go help Felix. I don't know just yet. My migraine has been killing me, so we'll see. If I'm feeling up to it, I'm gonna go help him do his show. He's doing a show in Newburgh. So we'll see. Like I said, come hang out tomorrow. We're gonna have a good time. But
yes.
I guess now me and you gonna go hang out, or you're just gonna go hang out on your members only.
Yeah.
So if you guys,
that'll be in a bit. I have to figure out the mechanics of this. Oh my god!
Hey now.
Thank you.
Good stuff, Alfred. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alpha. This was cool, very interesting. I love the werewolves and Dogman stuff. I don't know why, but like Dogman's like a very big he's popular now, I feel like.
Yeah,
he's
so
like,
you definitely save. There's a lot more of this Dogman story that we need to uncover anyway.
Yeah.
So I think you should definitely.
And I have to figure out if there's any nearby. I mean, it didn't look like it from the map.
Yeah.
But if there's any nearby places we could visit for Dogman, that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah. You should also reach out to people. Maybe you can get some people on here that have some first-hand eyewitness encounters and just talk to them. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I want to do that.
That might be what I do Halloween too. Introduce the people I don't know.
I would line them up. Some up. You know.
If any of you guys have stories you want to tell, like live on here or pre-recorded, that'd be awesome. But nice.
Good to know. But yeah, we're starting at 10 p.m. It might be the official new start time for the pre-roll. And it's a few reasons. One, because I don't want to fucking step on Hella Dope Toys anymore. So I'll let them go for the first hour and then we'll kind of take over, and then at that point it's up to you guys whether you want to finish watching them. But regardless, you could finish watching them now and know that we have plenty of pre-roll afterwards. So this way you can enjoy Hella Dope Toys and then come on over around 10:30. It's usually when they wrap up. So but yeah, so and I also noticed that that I think Chad is going back on Sunday 7 p.m. again, so I don't want to step on all these people. So I was just gonna do 10. Hell yeah, awesome. Okay. So the pre-roll will probably be at 10 p.m. going forward. But that's all I got, baby girl. And then a whole another week of fucking getting back to work on Mikey's shelving dioramas. So if you just keep a lookout for that, and be going live on the Freshly Baked Props live daily. And join if you join my membership, you're gonna get ridiculousness, just absolute silliness from beginning to end.
Yes.
Hell yeah. I'll have the Met game on the TV in the background. So we'll either celebrate or suffer together, Roll Keeper. One or the other's gonna happen, bud. But I'm right there with you, man.
But yeah. So that's it for today. There'll probably most likely be a part 2 of Dogman since so many people love it.
Yeah, it has to be.
And I gotta find more videos and stuff like that and photos. Or find people who've seen it. But yeah, so that's it.
All right. Well,
but yeah. Have a good night, guys. If
you
become a member, we'll have something up tonight.
Curb Stomp, you don't have to watch the Mets to experience our joy or suffering tomorrow night. just come hang out with us. You'll have a good time regardless, bud.
Yes. But yep. Okay, bye, guys.
Take it easy, guys.
Sweet.